1, 2, 3, 4, down to the VHS, VHS, out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business, cause I was out of the house and doing stuff. So easy walk by beverages, and I guess that's the way it goes. Fucking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS, VHS, out of the VHS.
Hello.
Greetings! Welcome to the Obscure Tape Time Talk Show podcast. Oh, say it every time now. The show where we watch and talk about old VHS tapes or old films and stuff that we found at op shops 10 years ago and sometimes now. That's it.
Not much in between, though.
Not much in between. We don't have to say anything else now. We can just talk shit. Hey, how you been doing this week?
Tired, but I'm okay. I'm pretty good today.
Anything been going on?
No, not really.
No, not really?
Move.
Jesus, man. Me? Firstly, I mean, let's start from the very start. Like the second this show ended, we talked to somebody who possibly slept with my mother.
Yeah,
Most
that was
likely,
bizarre.
which freaked you out more than it did me.
It didn't freak me out more. It was more just like a holy shit kind of moment.
Yeah. It wasn't one of those things where I said the name and they went, yeah, I think I slept with them. It was more like they said my mother's name.
Yeah.
And I went, no, that's my mama. And then straight after that, I had to rush my wife into hospital. But actually, before that, you bought me a bottle of like energy drink cider.
I didn't know it was an energy drink. I just grabbed it.
So I rushed my wife in the hospital and she got her gallbladder removed, but it took a week.
Yeah.
So when I got home and I was bored and stuff, I drank the whole bottle of energy drink cider. And I haven't had an energy drink for so long, it really kind of screwed me up. And I just sat up all night watching reruns of live streams of MST3K as they try to raise their goal to, which they did.
They did.
They got all the way to the
surpassed it.
6.5 million or something like
Yeah,
that.
they made a goal because they hit the the maximum early. So they're like, all right, if we can raise another $1 million, we'll make another episode.
I think they did that, but also their main goal was to beat their last one that they did because they were in the Guinness World Records for a while for that one, and they
were never hitting what took over them though, because that
they did 11.
That was like 11 or 12 or something.
Yeah, but
they
beat their PB.
They definitely PB'd.
Yes, and then there was that night where you were playing Pokemon and I was making sausage rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember what happened that night, but I woke up on the couch.
Of course.
And it was 5 something, and I'm like, oh, it's still early. And I looked outside and it was dark. I'm like, okay, nope. I guess I'm going to have to go apologize on Discord for whatever may or may not have happened. I don't remember signing in or off or any of that.
Well,
I just drank too much and got messy.
I drank lots as well.
So aside from that, been helping the wife heal and stuff, and ignoring my actual duties, which is caring about this show. Unfortunately,
Oh yeah,
I got some interesting things going on. Let's push the episode out longer by talking crap. Here, before I tell you what I did, drink that.
you just want me to drink the whole thing right now? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if you can get a whole can down quick, I do have more. It's
Fuck.
fine.
Exploded.
Ignoring my duties. Yeah, okay.
Sometimes you gotta, you know.
Yeah, mine did too. It's a boy. They're all boys. Nice. Here, you can have a chaser one, just in case you do.
You're telling me that I have to by giving me this. You know that, right?
It's one of those things where I'm going to ask for forgiveness rather than permission.
I feel like it's you encouraging me.
No. I'm talking about what I've done today for the show.
Ah. Right, no, fair enough.
Yeah. But
Are you telling me that I need to press record?
I don't think so, but no, that's just something you should get in the habit of anyway.
No. We tend to do fine.
I think
We export it before Twitch cracks it usually.
usually it's not music, that's for sure. I'm not going to be playing It's a Freight Train Running.
Oh.
Watch out, lad. Ready or not.
Well, now the episode's cancelled because that's all I wanted.
No, you said you just want a train. This is your request. I guess we can talk about. I'd like to talk about next. So many guitars, all 4 of the things. Talk a little bit about next week's episode. We actually got a point redeem. Was that it? And somebody
Retro requested a
edutainment.
he was streaming.
Oh, while he was streaming.
He was streaming, and I went in and I was in his chat, and he's just like, I kind of want to request something. And I was like, do it!
Oh,
So he
nice.
did.
Cool. So I'm going to do my hardest to find things that aren't just pure kids bullcrap edutainment, because a lot of kids...
To be fair...
educational videos are trying to be
Yes, but...
edutainment.
yeah,
So
Soul's here too. What's up,
I
Soul?
need to try to find... And that was the off.
We're going to try and have Soul on for an episode sometime.
Ooh, what kind of episode would that be?
I don't know. We'll let Soul choose one, and
Oh, yeah.
or tell Soul to go find some VHS tapes in his local area.
Ooh.
We'll pay for him.
Yeah.
Have him ship them to us. We'll
That
pay
sounds
shipping,
great.
and then he can feature on the episode.
So something that I'm allowed to tell you is when we finish the first tape thing that I've got organized, and you need the pee break,
Uh-huh.
go ahead, because I have a video that I've queued up an ad for. I know there's at least one ad on it.
Is it lots and lots and lots of trains?
No, it's actually got nothing to do with it. It's just I last minute this morning remembered I should probably just go grab a random tape and find an ad. And instead of that, I grabbed one of Napastrios tapes. This is some French-Canadian ads.
French-Canadian
and
ads.
the ad that I found, you're probably not even going to want to pee through. Oh, I'll show it to you later.
Aww.
It's
But what if I don't need to pee after the first tape?
Well, then you just watch that one ad with me. It's a guy playing Nintendo for so long that he gets old.
Cool.
And it's in French-Canadians. So,
Yeah, Soul, do that. Just go find some VHS tapes that aren't, like, popular movies. There's just, like, really obscure stuff, like
yeah.
how to use your vacuum cleaner.
Oh,
Oh, look, Napastrios here too. Hi.
I said that already.
Sorry,
Nah,
I just heard you say it was one of his tapes. I'm too busy trying to pour this beer that has become, like...
It's very bubbly.
I am so darn mad, it's going to be mostly head. Yeah,
That's what I usually have to deal with in the mornings.
I've had a pretty, like, rough few weeks, but I'm, like, on the good end of it now.
Good. I'm glad you
Starting
are.
to feel better.
I'm glad
Finally.
you are. So yeah,
It's been like weeks of
you-
just feeling like absolute fucking trash.
you were going to
constantly.
say something about edutainment and
Well, most
stuff.
of it is kids.
Most of the stuff is kids. Yeah, and I've got one that is
generally that's why it's.
I've got one that is from
most-
local Melbourne about a kid named Elliot learning about epilepsy in cartoon form.
I
and-
kind of want that.
Yeah, it's I want to watch that as well.
Let's put that in there.
So that was one of my top choices, but I said I didn't want to do it this week because I would like to research it to the
No,
point
that's cool.
where I might
Well,
be able to
yeah,
bring somebody
we already
up
had the
in it.
episode in like lined up, and I'd already told
Hey,
Ryan
you-
as Rich all
you-
about that.
You requested trains because I said I've got videos about trains out the back, and
It's because last week there was a train in the old people's video.
Okay, so here's the story, and I'm gonna try and explain myself. Turns out I only had the one video about trains.
Oh,
It's pretty long, so it's gonna take up most of the episode. That's fine. It's got a price tag on it that says blue. Okay, I'll worry about that later. Anyway, I've got an episode about trains. It's fine. But so what I thought I would do was I would make you a mixtape, right? And I thought I'd take like that clip of the old people riding on the train.
God.
And then I'd take that clip of remember the kids show where the train kept going in the tunnels? Like, where is it? And teaching kids about object permanence and stuff. And I thought there was a Alice in Wonderland tape, a part of that non-copyrighted movie where they're on a train and stuff. So I went to open up Vegas on my computer. And something I didn't mention in what I've been doing this week is I got a whole brand new computer.
Oh, finally.
Vegas now says that I don't have a registry key. So,
Have you seen this?
I mean, I would quite happily... Oh, it doesn't have a Vegas registry key. Oh, yeah, but that's non-Steam. I like things on Steam.
It might be Steam.
It's not. It says key, not Steam. But, yeah, I might have to somehow... The thing is, I've got a registry key. It's just I have to either format my whole computer or try and format the parts that Vegas is on so that I can do a fresh install and get my new key for it.
Sure,
So,
you can just go into the settings and take it off.
apparently a lot of people have been having the problem with it,
Okay.
where the Steam version just doesn't like it when you swap computers.
Yeah.
So I couldn't edit together a nice mixtape. But what I
That's
did is, okay, so I'm going to call this a crossover episode
Oh boy.
with Cinema Time,
Okay.
where I found a bunch of clips and I queued them all up in my video player and I put them on tape.
Did you press pause in between each clip?
No.
Oh, okay. I was
No.
going to say that's old school right there.
Oh, yeah, but it's kind of like that. But instead of using two VCRs, I just used my, my video. I downloaded the Choo YouTube videos and put them on. But they're all on, it's either news clips, ads, or a couple of free, what do you call it, old-timey videos.
Okay.
Movies. So there's about 25 minutes to half an hour of that on this. Hopefully the sound works. If it doesn't, then we'll just have to, I don't know, pretend like it
I'll
never
load up
happened.
YouTube and I'll play train sounds.
Too woo. Hopefully this mixtapey thing I tried to make works. So I've got to take the other one out.
Alright, all good, Sol. Good to see you. Love you too, man.
But yeah, I
Cheers.
thought this is like hype for when you get cinema started back up. You just watch random stuff that's not necessarily on VHS. Right? That's good, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Also watch it with that booze. It's a little stronger than normal beer.
Like I haven't been getting absolutely fucking annihilated every fucking week recently. I've been getting pretty wiped
I
out.
didn't press play.
Normally it automatically plays.
Normally, what's going on? Do I have to go?
It may not be rewound all the
there
way
we
or
go.
something.
Oh no!
Ah!
You're not allowed to duplicate this.
Warning!
Oh,
Warning!
I hear it. I hear it. All right, listen.
Australia presents
The whole
country.
The whole country.
We all, including me.
Yeah. We all made this film together.
We worked together so well for this.
Also, I think I fixed my sound for recording the back to VHS.
Yeah, I can hear this.
What?
I can actually hear the audio on your
Is
head.
it all coming through nice? Guys?
If we can hear it, they can hear it. Oh, it's a model train.
It's not just any model train. You've probably seen that one before. I think that was one at Ferry Park.
Trains.
No.
Remember your own first model
No, it's
train?
not.
Or the one at
Whether it was
Melbourne
a
Museum.
homemade affair or manufactured
If
to
there's one there,
scale
it
with an
would
elaborate
blow
layout
out,
of
yeah.
tracks, signals,
No,
tunnels, stations and
it
points
is.
didn't
It's
matter.
Ferry Park one.
It had all the fascination of a railway, and no one ever seems to grow out of playing trains.
Screw that, I can't wait to steal my dad's train set. So I'll have to get him a house piece supply for it though. It still has its
But
old
it's playing with
70s
trains
one.
on the grand scale at Melbourne's Flinders Street Station, one of the busiest in the world. With next door Princess Bridge Station, Flinders Street
It's
handles
interesting how
almost
Flinders
all of
Street is
Melbourne's
still
suburban
kind of a
traffic.
main station.
The morning peak
Despite the
hour
fact
rush is
that
on.
more
It's
people
famous.
From
are
8 till
still
9,
Southern Cross.
time is the driving force for the 100,000 people who go through the gates. They get up by the clock, shave, wash and dress by the clock, catch their trains on the tick, saving the last second, knowing that the railways will bring them in on time, without a minute to lose or a minute to spare. Well, practically without a minute to spare.
Correctly.
Travelers don't often see the men who work this system of safety, efficiency, speed.
And this is
Hundreds
before
of
it was
trains
all part
move
of
to
the Met system.
timetables, and if, as seldom happens, the timetable is thrown out, the controller gives
You know,
orders to the
combining
signal
buses,
boxes,
trains and-
where men
Oh,
turn his rods
right,
to
right.
point and
Yeah.
signal
What's it called?
movements.
Yeah, it's called the...
And every one of
Oh,
these
PTV.
movements brings trains
Hold it.
through, brings
PTV.
the work-going crowds of Melbourne to their city.
Although V-Line is privately owned, so they don't fall into the same category.
They're making for offices, warehouses, shops, schools.
Regulations.
Everyone thinking of the clock, of beating the bell, the time book, the Bundy. Well,
Oh, I'll tell you something
practically
that happened to me
everyone.
this week.
The Bundy. Yeah, go on.
I was
Time
like,
is everything for the men who move the trains.
I didn't have enough money for
4
beer.
signal boxes control Flinders
Usually you
Street's
message
tracks.
me and I bring over a box.
There are 265
And I was
leaders
like,
in the largest
"Aw,
box in the southern
I have
hemisphere,
no beer for this
Flinders Street
weekend
A.
because I ran out. On
They're
like
making
Friday.
the road for the train. Black
And then
leader to set the points.
On Saturday
blue to
night, no,
lock,
Sunday night.
red
it
to
would
set
be.
the signal.
No, it was Saturday night.
Willie up north and away.
I got a message from
Willie up
one of the
north
guys
is
who
the
runs the
code
site
for
that I
the
write for.
Williamstown
He's like,
train through Melbourne.
so I've just added it up, and
A
this is
bell
how much I
warns the
owe
next
you.
box and getting ready
What?
to take the train.
I get
the box
paid for
returns the
this,
signal.
and it was enough for beer.
Yay.
So now I've got beer for the weekend.
The recorder writes in ink the
Yeah,
time every
I
train
pulled out
arrives or
my
leaves.
money from the turn of the year till now and bought tickets to every
In
single
electrically
cinema
controlled
Nova.
box D,
There's
the
the
levers are
Fiasco
small,
and
easier
tickets
to
to
handle,
Pax from
but
the
they do the
NSA.
same job. Make
That's
the
a good
roads
idea.
and set
Oh,
the
yeah.
signals that mean speed,
I
and
expect
above all,
she's-
safety.
That's great. I'm looking forward to it. I loved it when I went the other time, 2 years ago.
Rezza
We
away.
took the train.
Rosanna up into 16.
Choo choo.
Put it together. Sorry.
D-Box calling the Collie
I did
Shutters.
Jackson on the train.
Yes, Daybox.
Any sign of the 10:30
Go
doc?
visit your mama.
Coming up now, sir.
Well, my
Okay,
dad,
thanks.
actually.
Thank you.
There's one guy in his entire job is
Signalmen
writing
know
out the
by
time the
heart the
train leaves.
timetables of every
Look at
line,
him go.
and they're ready for any change. Special trains or
This is why we have
cancellations.
James here. Keeps us on track.
In box D,
Ah!
the roads show on a plot on the wall. And in his soundproof room, the controller plots all the trains on a graph.
Like when I was in primary school,
He
my
directs
best
traffic
friend,
from point to
his
point,
grandfather
saving
worked,
money, saving power,
like,
saving
one
time.
of the signal people.
I have a relief
Melbourne,
crew for the Up
Southern
Eastern
Cross.
Goods to Powerhouse.
And I got
When
to
does
go
he
and
relieve?
hang out in the control
Hold the
room
crew at
where it
yours.
was.
The train should arrive at 11
Trains must be
a.m.
pretty important
Finish,
because I
Bebop.
also had a friend who did
Head 9
that.
platform speaking.
Also,
Same
So
guy.
your daddy
has
used
not
to
arrived.
punch my card.
From the 10:43
I used
a.m.
to love
Sandringham
when,
by the
like,
10:45
people I'd be with
a.m.
and know it was
arrival
my
Export
dad.
Meadows.
And he would grab
Finished
that ticket with his
9.
punch and go, he'd punch it really
Business
aggressively and
rush
go,
is over.
there, take
Those
it.
trains pass through on the freer rails.
And then I'd be like, hey, fuck you.
Fast diesel from one baggie swings in with
if
passengers
it is
for
Oh yeah,
40.
you want to get off the train then? Yeah, bring it, bitch.
Another goods
And once we're done, can I have a ride home?
Melbourne,
Yeah,
going
thanks,
down
Dad.
to cargo from overseas ships.
Thanks,
The
Dad.
electric parcels vans move out on the suburban runs, traveling
He
while
was
the
the
lines
reason
are
that a lot
clear,
of my high
so
school
that their
friends and
stops
stuff
to load and
knew my
unload
dad.
won't delay passenger
And
services.
they all...
The goods
I
from
assumed
Maryvale
my dad's
carrying
the coolest
timber for
person
paper
ever.
pulp is moving
And
out past
actually, he's
A-box,
an introvert.
where the men are getting ready for the day's next
Like
peak,
me.
the
He's a
evening
cool
rush hour.
introvert who was on the
In the
train.
yards,
Not
the
anymore.
trains are tested,
He
ready.
trains the people on the trains.
That's like a double train.
He double
Trains
trains
way.
now.
That's what I should have done. I should have had an interview with her dad for this episode. Ugh. Retrospect.
Choo-choo.
Flinders Street's 100,000 is on the move again. Not quite as springy in the step as they were in the morning, but still moving to time. Well, most of them. They push onto the platforms. There are tired faces and tired feet. Everyone's hoping for a comfortable seat, a chance to relax. But the men who bring the 112 trains of the evening peak service through have no chance to relax. Drivers and guards, porters and signalmen, they're all hard at work, working while everyone else goes home. Well, almost everyone else.
That guy again?
By the
Must
end
have
of the
gone to sign an
day,
NDA or
300,000
Or
will
maybe
pass
it
through
depends
Flinders
if it's
Street.
like standing
300,000
trains
served
like
with
an
more
hour
than
late,
2,000
so they've got an
electric
hour for which
trains
you can just go
covering
like-
every part of the suburban
It's
run.
no
Every inch of their
Japanese
run
word. Really
plotted,
sorry, we're 3
directed,
seconds late, sort of
controlled
thing.
Yeah, I
to
think
time.
it has to
Good
be like
heavens,
over
yeah.
15 minutes for it to be considered like badly late, like potentially punishable.
I said Japanese and it made me remember what I was watching last night. I was watching Japanese commentary on an NFL game
Oh
with Greece. Yeah, Sam's asleep a lot at the moment because she's on
Trains,
the
blues, food and friends. The legendary blues train
no! I
rides
still
again.
plan to go on this.
Me
Join
too, man.
200
Let's
of
go
your new
together.
best friends on a train
Four of
ride
us
you'll
would
never
send the
forget.
kid off to his
Victoria's
grandparents.
best blues musician
Go eat
aboard
some
4
chicken and listen
carriages,
to some
great
blues.
food and
Yeah,
drinks
but
at
I'm
bar
so down
prices.
with this.
We've absolutely wonderful.
We came with wives.
Fantastic.
For full
Where am I gonna
information,
go?
visit the Blues
Yeah,
Train
that's
website
before-
or
What about
call
the Puffin
Ticketek
Girl?
on
Have you been on that?
132-849
I want to go on that
now.
as well. I want to go on both.
Do you know how many
Yeah,
people
we've
use
been-
public transport to get around
wanting
Melbourne?
to. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was something we were going to do after we got married.
150,000.
In fact, it's 420,000 every weekday.
420,000
Imagine
every
if all
weekday.
these people had to get around any other way. It'd be
Oh
a
man,
nightmare.
It would look like
stop
It would
moving.
look like Melbourne. Oh wait, it is Melbourne.
By moving so many people, our public transport system helps avoid all that.
those
But it
trains.
doesn't stop
That's
there.
nostalgic.
Moving them in comfort
Yeah, that's
is
our old
another
trains
thing.
we used to take to
That's why
Melbourne
we
when we were
introduced
like
air conditioning
$10 CDs
and better seating to
like,
more
watched all
and
the
more
buskets
vehicles.
and
Let's
had a
face it,
slice of pizza from
isn't
that
this a
place.
far more pleasant picture of Melbourne to wake up to?
It used to be
So
a
much
dollar
more
slice.
expensive now.
The
We're getting
man.
there.
We'll bring it back. I wonder if we'll see your dad in any of these episodes.
He started working on the trains and like.
In the first 12 months, we moved more people on the Met than we did in the last year that we operated separately. Certainly more than enough to know that we're doing it right. It's imperative that we continue to work together as a team to ensure
Yeah, that's pretty
that we
much
move
all
the
I've
people
got,
of Melbourne
sorry.
in the most
It's
efficient,
amazing.
comfortable, cost-effective way.
Actually,
How
I
much I
included,
know about this
You've a
kind
lot
of
to be
stuff
proud
that
of.
I'm
So let me
literally
show
not
you
allowed to say.
what you and others in the Met have been doing over
I
the past 12
included
months.
a
Here at our Train Control System Center,
Yeah, they
known
have-
as
they have
Metro,
some,
we've taken
people
a
come
major
from
step
overseas
to
help
ensure
run
our
the
trains in the
businesses
metropolitan
and, like,
system get
make
where they're
them work,
going
because they
quickly
have
and
people that are,
efficiently.
like, proven they could do it in other cities.
The computerized system is the latest in the
I
world
mean,
and
if
the
you
largest
can
of its
work
type.
out New York's
There are
train system,
135
they definitely
trains
do know
operating in
what's
Melbourne
around.
each day, with 2,000 arrivals and departures at Flinders Street Station alone.
I mean,
The
New
$10
York's
million
train
Metro
system is so
computer
buggered
system
up
can
that they
pinpoint
can
the exact
exist
location
a
of any
whole,
train in
like,
the network
family
at any time
of
so that we can respond
mutated
quickly.
Ninja Turtles
If there's a
in
disruption,
one of
the train
stops
controller
that
can chart
nobody
another
ever
route
visits.
to avoid the problem
Well,
and
we've
get our
got-
passengers to their destinations.
We've got no reason to stop
Metro is just
Yeah.
part of railway
Nobody's like,
upgrading.
"Oh, I'll have a
The old
ticket to
red
go
rattlers
visit the
are
Ninja
being
Turtles."
phased out.
Anytime the
30
train stops there,
sleek
people
new
just like,
trains are
no one
currently
ever
in
gets on
service,
or off
and one
here.
new train is coming
Nobody
off the
ever gets
production
on.
line every 3
Nobody ever
weeks.
gets off.
Air conditioning, carpeted floors,
party bus.
cloth seats, air suspension,
I was
sun-dimming windows,
referencing,
and radio
Walker.
communications are features that make them more comfortable and safer to travel and work in.
Yay!
Along with the new trains, we're changing the face of our
It looks
stations.
the same
The
station
famous
as the
clocks
other
of Flinders Street will
Most of them
stay,
are gonna
but
be
Melbourne's pride and joy is
almost
being
put on,
updated to make
news
it a better
article from
place
last
for
year.
passengers and
They
staff alike.
interviewed, like, kids from
Inside,
Geelong.
the changes will improve the flow of trains
How
and
they're gonna make
passenger
the faster
traffic,
trains
and the
for us.
surroundings are being
Too
renovated.
recent.
Outside, the famous
Well, I put a
facade
news
has been
article
cleaned
together, I
and
don't remember
painted
watching
to bring it back to the way it was when it was first built. In fact, similar work is planned for a number of stations. Some buildings classified by the National Trust are being restored, but with better operating facilities. Other
During my
stations are being
lifetime,
developed
so it
in
would have
line with
been
local
early
community
2000s.
needs to become part of an overall system,
Because I remember
integrating
it
our
changing,
trains,
'cause I used to
trams,
catch
and
the train
buses
at
with
8:00
private
and
transport. It's
I
also
remember it
likely we'll see
changing, so
more
it would have been
centers
mid-teens,
where train,
so
bus, and
2004
taxi facilities
to 8,
are
I'd
conveniently
say.
located under the one roof.
Yeah, it does sound like
Integration
this is one
will
of those
sometimes
things where
mean
you always
disruption
remember
to the
things
way
wrong.
we've been used to
I mean,
working.
look it up, absolutely.
But in the
I
long
will
run, it will help us
absolutely
all
put my
by
hands
making
up and
public
say that I'm
transport
wrong,
more
but I was
accessible and
guessing
convenient
that it
for
was
our
when I was
customers.
in late high school, because I
Bus
used to
services
early high school
are very
go
much a
out.
part of
do
the
feel
total
like
transport
it was
system. And
earlier.
in Box Hill, St. Albans, Ringwood,
I'm just-
and
Maybe not by
Moorabbin,
much. I don't
schedules
throwing
and
a few numbers
facilities
out there.
are being reviewed in conjunction with community groups to better serve the
But
neighborhood
yeah, it is
transport
very.
system.
That's why I included this.
Apart
this
from Aussie rules and the Melbourne
thing.
Cup, there's
Aussie
nothing
rules
more
and Melbourne
closely
Cup.
associated with Melbourne
Then
than
their
our famous
transport.
trams.
Yeah,
In the
we
past
used to have
year,
them in
we've made
Toronto.
moves to improve them,
I
not the
included
least
this
being the
because
construction
of the
of
fact
2
that
new
I'm
classes of
Who
trams.
is this guy, and why isn't
In the
he
first
Australian?
major change since
This is footage
1975, the A-Class and the articulated 2000 series are being finished at our Preston workshops. They'll set new standards in spaciousness, safety, and ease of operation. Their design was conceived after consultation with passengers and employees. These 48 new
Oh,
trams
that's way
will
earlier.
feature the return of roving conductors,
Well, it was-
boarding and
that's good
exiting from
stuff.
3 doors,
Cute.
and signal buttons for passengers wishing to alight.
That's the double
At the
zero.
same time, we've been upgrading the W5 trams
2002
with sliding doors,
Two,
solid
okay.
floors, and new
Which
seats
that does
to
make
give
sense.
passengers
I mean,
and
it's-
you
and
a
I-
more
it was-
comfortable
it was
ride.
Did I say 4 to 8 or did I say 6 to 8?
Reflecting the
6 to 8,
integration
okay.
of all
Yeah,
modes of
okay.
transport,
Well, no, you weren't
delivery
right.
of our trains,
Technically, it
buses,
was
and trams
completed,
is
like the
progressively
last
being
buses were
changed.
Hey,
With each new
yeah.
vehicle delivery,
Yeah, no,
the
that
Met
does
color
sound
scheme,
right to me. 'cause
green and gold, is becoming more
that
and
was
more
kind of when they
visible.
started to do all the work.
And that Met symbol is
Oh,
not just a fancy design, but a representation about what we're all achieving.
Also, that's
an integrated
not far off
transport
when they
system
started renaming
for
the
Melbourne
stadiums every,
about
like, 2 to
people,
3 years
you,
because people
moving
kept
people.
updating and stuff.
Thank you for giving me your time.
It stayed
and
like the
helping to
same.
make it happen.
It became the same thing
Oh, and
for like so
happy
long.
birthday.
And then suddenly, what do you mean, happy birthday? I'm gonna take that clip, by the way. Oh, and happy birthday. Like it means nothing to anyone. Why was that there? Oh, and happy
Maybe
birthday.
it was the public transport thing or the.
I don't care. It's just funny to me. I
It
want
being
to.
random and out of place.
I want to take it. It's gonna be. Also, I want to take every time they wink because it's so awkward. I'm sorry, I've watched this like 4 times because I'm working on a new computer trying to make it work. And this jingle, watch him wink. It's so forced.
You did not look comfortable.
Hi. What? I'm being filmed? I didn't sign anything. I was painting. I was just painting. You filmed me. Yay, the Met. That's what I was talking about. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Will Sheen with the sub for 19
Michael
months.
Venus
in a
says that
row.
2 of the teenagers arrested after leaving their personalised paint mark on a train were only 14.
The target of the
For
graffiti
14.
gang's raid on the Ashburton station was a
14.
multi-million-dollar super train stabled there overnight. While others had previously practiced their spray can art on the walls of station buildings, the more sophisticated had successfully and illegally left their mark on trains throughout the suburban rail network. But last night, in search of a similar
I mean,
result,
sometimes they
one
let them
gang
do
was
it
caught in
legally.
the act. A passing police patrol arrested 2 teenagers, but not before one officer was bashed and 2 shots fired from a
love the
stolen
fact that he
police
said
revolver.
Police
Several other gang
revolver,
members are believed to have
Yeah.
fled into surrounding parkland. A
That's the only
vandalised
gun
train with
violence we have in
distinctive
Australia,
graffiti
is when we
markings
steal the
was later
police's
moved to the
guns.
Flinders Street yards, where workmen using special solvents were
Uh-huh,
called in
gotcha,
to
Cop
gotcha.
clean
probably
up.
shot him himself.
Police are planning to charge 2 14-year-old boys on summons. For one of them, the charges include using a firearm to prevent arrest,
Oh, no.
intentionally causing serious injury, criminal
Indeed.
damage,
Jesus.
and other assault and firearms offences.
He
The pair
stole
are
it off the
expected to
car.
appear here within
And
the
then,
next few
got
months.
your gun.
One of them
Bang,
is
bang.
allegedly the leader
You're
of a
dead.
gang called the USA Crew, whose members regard him as the best graffiti artist in Melbourne. He first came to the attention of authorities when he was 12,
these days we give
and
them,
according to sources, he's already facing dozens of other charges from previous incidents.
I had a ghost
Michael
filter
Venus,
down that lane, and
National
it's
9
beautiful.
News.
I love it, and I like to
A Freedom
visit all
of
the time.
Information investigation by 7 News has revealed Melbourne's most loutish railway lines. Louise Milligan is at Flinders Street Station. And Louise, which lines should passengers be worried about?
Peter, these documents show that the worst lines for antisocial behaviour are in Melbourne's southeastern suburbs. The western suburbs compare actually quite well. Not only that, they reveal that the vandals watched security guards' roster times to predict when was the best time to cause trouble. These are the latest pictures of an attack on one of Melbourne's trains, filmed on a mobile phone and brazenly uploaded onto YouTube. Security documents collected over a year and obtained by 7 News under Freedom of Information show rail authorities are constantly faced with bashings and vandalism. Graffiti gangs like the 70K crew use YouTube as a virtual advertising space. The documents show troublemakers often plan their moves. The fixed roster regime meant that louts could predict times when they could partake in antisocial activities and not be caught. Rosters have changed and a security blitz has seen the number of arrests for trouble and fines for fare evasion double. But the papers reveal Melbourne's most loutish railway line is Pakenham. That's no surprise to passengers.
I hate catching a train at times. This line's not very nice, I don't reckon.
People drinking and getting drunk and
That's you, mate. You are one of them.
People are drinking and then they're
not sharing their beer with me.
Best, Alamein and Williamstown. Neither had a single incident. Glen Waverley, Sandringham and Lilydale. The documents show that the trouble on the trains only starts when you get about 15 kilometres from the city. From stations like Clayton, Box Hill, Ringwood, Glenroy and Rosanna. Public transport users want stations staffed from first to last train. 2/3 are unmanned 24 hours.
It is unacceptable that we've got so many unstaffed stations. People just don't feel safe, particularly at night, if they're waiting alone on a dark line.
Oi, that's not your bag!
Milligan, 7 News.
He's like, I hope it's got a t-shirt in it.
I'm Harry Connick Jr.
Hi,
You know, I heard Hillside Trains was going to change its name, and I was honored to hear they were going to name it after me. Connicks. Well, they could have consulted me on the spelling. I am so happy that Hillside Trains is changing its name to my name, Connicks. I mean Hillside. There are no hills in Melbourne. Melbourne is flat. Connicks. They're gonna fix that spelling, right? People often ask me, Harry, what's your favorite track of all time? Well, ever since Hillside Trains changed its name to my name, Connicks, this has become my favorite track, Connicks.
You know why they got his...
But it ain't spelled that way!
You know why they got his name wrong? Because he jammed. Who's at the door? It's a package. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Oh, here's the mail, it never fails, it makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail. Mail! What is it?
I don't know.
Who's it from? Oh, you don't want to open it because
Nope.
it's for the wife? It could
I do not.
be anything.
I do not open her mail.
All right. Now you need to sit in your thinking chair and think. What could it be? Do we
Loud
see any
dogs.
clues? Are there
Ernie
any clues?
Dingo.
All
Haunted house thing.
Okay.
That's the clues. We're taking
Could it
Ernie
be
Dingo and
a loud
Archie
dog
into a haunted house to solve crimes.
But how does that get delivered as a package? Let's just press play.
Could be a VHS tape of it.
Ooh, open.
What up, Craig? Cheers.
Devastated I can't be...
You missed the bit where they're like, everybody change chairs. Fresh cup. Anyway. Now this is my favorite one.
They're going to break down on top of the tracks.
Puffing
They
Billy.
have to jump out, and Puffing Billy's going to be like, I'm coming to get you.
Just listen to them sweet. We can talk over this one as much as we
No,
want.
this is the swingers train.
That's right. The narrow gauge railway runs from Belgrave to Emerald, near Melbourne in southern Australia. Southern?
In daarna Melbourne's Southern Australians volgt een Choo.
Zeus carbon bit! Crafting for
Nine! Del Vittoria si serve avance del intuito develotori.
A smuturas pinky pinky, a buturos gale. Yay, that was a French bit! That one was just for you, Napaspioff.
I'm pretty sure it was probably all European languages.
And up in the vest, Smuccio! A futoscre.
It will need a washout.
You what?
Oh, there is words in this one? Oh. Okay, so this is a little documentary about the Puffing Billy, and there's no narrative. It's just jazz the whole time.
Jazz and some stock footage.
It's not even stock footage. This is deliberately filmed for this particular advertisement that they obviously sent all around the world so that everyone could see
Well,
it.
all around Europe.
Oh, you're right.
Probably
Yeah.
North America.
Come to Australia to the Puffing Billy. We have trains. Maybe they didn't send it all around Europe or the world. They just showed it here and tried to hope to get the tourists by having the alternate language at the start.
All those kids want fight to get on that train.
Yeah, I don't want to be on that train with kids. I want to have a relaxing day out, thanks.
That's what Tori and I did when we were on the train.
You kicked the kids off.
Kids weren't there.
Yeah.
We got whole carriage to ourselves.
Nice.
It was nice.
Oh yeah, they're just sitting there
They're
watching
docking.
it coupling. Yeah. Outlook.
Outlook Express? This is so dated.
I like how it went over the A for no reason. It doesn't start with an O for Outlook or the E that it made. Shades of Puffing Billy. Guess how many of them?
I don't know, but that font is very Western.
Hi. Yeehaw. Oh, Puffing Billy's a real big train. It's a very, very, very big train.
Choo choo, motherfucker. Oh, hello. Hello.
Not here. I'm busy. I looked at the lady with the bikini on. I have some alone time. I love this kid, by the way. Keep an eye out for this kid. He's eating a chocolate ice cream right now, okay? Chocolate ice cream. Remember that. Chocolate ice cream. I want you to say, next time you see him again, chocolate ice cream.
Is it going to be obvious because he's got chocolate ice cream all over his shirt?
It's going to be more fun. I've got a game now. I've only come up with this game just then, but now I've got a game.
You know I'm notoriously slow.
That's alright, I'll help. I'll help you through it.
And I'm also very
I
bad
want the
at
chat
recognizing faces.
to type it out as we say it. When we see him again, you need to say chocolate ice cream. No, not even. In fact, the running gag is part of the video, not me. It's fine. Go, Billy, go! But don't be a hero.
Or do. What are we, your parents?
Although I heard that Amelia Earhart's daddy was a jet engine.
I heard she got cannibalized.
This is definitely one of those ones that if you ever wanted to like swap up the song and video of the outro, like this would be like one that you'd play every now and then.
can definitely do alternative rotating.
If you ever want to have a train one like this is nice, you'd have to get rid of the Screen Australia thing, I think. I don't care. I mean, this is a nice outro, though, with the train coming down with this cool music.
Or I could just put the other music over the top.
Need the saxophone in your life.
Oh, he's got a pie now.
Okay, so no, chocolate ice cream pie. Okay, the next time we see him, you have to say chocolate ice cream pie, and the next thing he's eating.
Oh god.
Let's do this.
Oh,
we
Jesus.
can keep up. We can keep up. Fish eyes. Chocolate ice cream, mint, meat pie. Hi.
Go back to the
What's
lady on the.
Oh, it's a sound recorder because he wants to record the train going. Oh! Lost media.
That's what that is. That's a joke, but it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh, nanny!
So, chocolate ice cream, meat pie, banana. Come on, say it with me. Chocolate
Yeah,
ice
he's
cream,
eating a
meat
nut.
pie, banana.
This could be a song. If I end up getting that $40 pack of pumpkin music sleeps and shit, I'll make that into a song.
Chocolate ice cream, meat pie, banana. Choo, chocolate ice cream, meat pie, banana. That kid's got a froyo.
I got a question for you. How many of these kids are dead now?
All of them.
Oh, rip. Look, that's a tree. Oh, you can see another tree right there. Look at all the tree.
All of the tree.
Look at the branch on those trees.
Stop! You're not meant to make those references. Oh no, I'm late! Wait! My dad gotta get home!
Oh.
Missed the train.
I was just there to breathe in the smoke. Wouldn't be allowed to do that these days.
Alright, we're at the halfway bit where we get to get off the train, get really drunk, and then hopefully make it back in time to go back.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
That's what they do.
Yeah, no, that's really Corey and I did a similar run.
Oh, cool.
Except I think it was a different route basically.
Yeah, plunge it.
And it wasn't.
Oh no!
It wasn't a steam engine. It was a diesel train. I fell over his ass.
Yeah. What the hell is that you got? It's called a Polaroid camera.
Polaroids are so shitty.
Oh, get your snacks. We got curly fries. We've got to resand all the train tracks.
All aboard. Hurry on, please.
What were they doing in the toilets?
Thinking about that lady.
Which one? The one sunbathing or the one with the big pearls, big balls on a necklace?
Why not both?
Why not?
Both. And the American guy. All three. See, this is a cool angle. It's crazy to me that there is actually a market for stuff like this. That, like,
oh yeah, I'll
there are full videos of like, some of the longest.
When I was getting my hair cut a couple of times ago with Sky, at least I put on one of these and sat through the London to somewhere railway. I went through the snow. It was great.
I don't think this is 90s.
This is 70s. What's that? Chocolate
Yeah,
bar?
this looks. Oh look, yeah, that looks like a
Chocolate ice cream.
Oh, he's loving that. Oh, he's crying. He doesn't like it at all.
Chocolate ice cream, meat pie, banana, chocolate bar. Chocolate ice cream, meat pie, banana, chocolate bar. Oh god, we're getting a little too many now.
I'm guessing like 70s, maybe early 80s.
Oh no, he's back. Chocolate pie.
No, apple now.
Chocolate ice cream, meat pie, banana, chocolate bar, apple. Chocolate ice cream, meat pie, banana, chocolate bar, apple. The end! So that's my mixtape. I hope you enjoyed.
That was fun.
I'm sorry that we didn't have...
It's bizarre that we didn't have any more. Like, I assumed that would be something we actually would have got our hands on.
I think the closest thing I found that I could have included was one of those SBS wine tours of Australia, but I don't think it actually had trains on it. It's just that it said tour, and I'm like, maybe that's got trains up, but I wasn't going to fast through the whole, 5-video box set that we've got of that to find something. Yeah, I thought we had more, but all the other National Geographic ones that we have are more like nature stuff. And,
yeah, of course.
Yeah. But I thought we had a couple more as well, which is why I said it. But this is one that we got out of one of those salvos. It's like one of those Reader's Digest
You're not going to put that ad on?
videos. Oh, you want the ad first? Oh, you need to pee? Or you just
No.
want to watch the ad?
Well, why would we watch the ad at the end? We should watch the ad in the middle, right? It's an ad break between shows.
We can fast forward through the music videos then. I mean, yeah. Tapestry will remember this ad because it's his video. Alright, we're watching an ad that's got nothing to do with trains.
You said I might want to see the ad anyway. So.
Yeah, you probably do. I won't hear it. Oh. You can tell it's 90s TV, right? So this is a show that plays music video clips, kind of like
French-Canadian Richard Hammond.
Oh!
Oh, he died because he played Tetris.
Tetris 2.
Donkey Kong.
How many video game ads, man?
I think they're all video game ads.
What's this game?
What's this game? Maybe they... Well, that's cool that they did...
her beats are too small.
Alors j'ai décidé d'agir avec les provitamines
Pantene
du shampoing Pantene Pro V et du revitalisant Pantene.
La formule provitamine ad break. Doesn't have to have anything to do with trains. We're doing an ad break.
Pour les cheveux qui paraissent éclatante santé.
It's funny that you don't need to pee and I've got the ad break for once. No, we got Pantene here. It's all good. Oh, here we go.
That's something waiting to happen.
Oh
boy. Oh,
songs
17th November, 18th November.
I can't read that. What does it say? Something in French. And hey, is that that guy from Alien? It's game over, man. Game over. I actually don't know. I should actually put this whole show that this is from up on YouTube and see if it does get blocked, because I think all the music is not even English. So yeah, it'd be
why would it be?
Yeah, so it'd be very interesting to see how copyrighted it is, or whether they let us
French Canadian country
get over it. I'd like to do a French Canadian music day. That'd be kind of interesting. But did you see on Twitter? Elaine sent me his box. He's found a bunch of blank tapes at up shops and sent them to us as well.
Oh, interesting.
So a big collection of our blank tapes is now French Canadian television.
I'm cool with that though.
I mean, Napastry, I've still got another box for me to go as soon as I give him another $60 to send it over. Whoa!
Oh wow! Look at that.
Oh, it's impersonators.
I was going to say that Michael Jackson looked like Michael Jackson, but no one else looked like anybody else I recognised.
What is this? Soccer blur. Super Nintendo.
Oh!
Yeah, we should have kept this for a video game day or something.
Super Nintendo.
Uh-oh. Ah, there we go. That's back to the TV show. We can turn that off now. There you go. I gave you an ad break because you took so many pee breaks last time.
Yeah, I haven't had as much water today.
Fair enough. Okay, so this next video we got is called Vintage Southern. Basically, it's actually films train films that have been compiled into one thing that's been presented by a bunch of different people.
Volume 3.
This is volume 3. There's been that many train films. So a lot of the stuff is British films and stuff. Now, it's got a price tag on it.
£16.99.
Yeah, and it says Bluebell Railway. And after looking up like everything that I could from this video, the only thing that I found interesting, really, well, aside from the actual films that are on it, but that's not what I wanted to know about. I wanted to know about the video itself. Like, it's compiled famously train videos, but who gives a crap about that? I want to know about the video. And it's being presented by a nobody and stuff. But Bluebell Railway, I looked it up, and £1. Like, this video was sold
in Britain, right?
In Britain.
So someone probably went on holiday there
and brought it home.
Bought the tape while when they went on the train ride.
Yeah, they went on the train ride. They bought a tape. So this is somebody's, I went on this train. Yeah. Here's the video to prove it, sort of thing. That's alright, Neptune. Once I get my new video set up and get rid of the digital distortion, I'll back up all your tapes. I haven't really explored them yet, just because I know I can't back them up yet properly without that distortion that you saw on the one that I uploaded. But yeah. Trains.
Choo.
This is the actual video that I said that I had and you requested that we watch.
For many people, the Southern Railway and the Southern Region of British Railways are inevitably associated with moving large numbers of commuters each day in and out of the capital. However, there was much more to it than that. In this program, we present a miscellany of films made between the 1930s and the 1960s on the eastern and central divisions of the SR, which, as well as providing some probably unique views of the system taken over a period of some 40 years, will demonstrate just how much interest there was to be found in the railways of the southeast of England in that period.
Okay.
We begin at London Bridge Station in 1930. One of the first of Monsel's brand new schools class 440s, number 908, Westminster, backs onto its train. For a short while after these locomotives were introduced.
No, but I'm definitely being legitimately curious.
I don't actually know either.
Still at London Bridge, we have some rare Dufay colour footage taken in 1938 of 1491, a Wainwright E-Class 440.
A what?
An E4 Class 062 tank is in the goods yard at Sutton as an L12 440 424 arrives with the Portsmouth train.
Portsmouth? I saw that movie. It had nothing to do with trains.
Later, number 433, another member of the class, designed by Dougal Drummond for the London South Western Railway and later modified by Urey, is seen at Sutton Station. The third rail is in place for the new electric services.
Oh yeah, I made a real interesting mixtape, and then we watched some real interesting ads, and then we got to settle down and watch an hour of this.
St. Paul's today looks down over a very different London skyline to that of the early 1930s. We are back at London Bridge on a rather murky Saturday, probably in 1931. A former London Brighton South Coast Railway 464 tank, number B327, leaves the station with the 2 o'clock Saturdays only for Brighton.
Oh, because they know the train schedule.
Nerds.
Nerds.
Reminds me that I used to go to, just before Tori and I started dating, literally in the build-up to that. We were on a trivia team together where we were the useless ones.
The first part of the film is also a reminder of just how grim conditions could be in the days before the Clean Air Act in the 1960s. This is New Cross, blanketed in fog.
The only question I ever fucking got right was about trains.
C.J. Bernard, the man who made this film, The Baltic Tank, between London Bridge and the flyover beyond Norwood Junction, must have spent a lot of time poring over timetables, or else, as we shall see, he was just plain lucky. The electric train bearing the filmmaker soon catches up with that formed by the Baltic Tank.
Not smart enough to drag them until the top, but smart enough that they couldn't get their free beer.
though the steam train catches up when the electric unit stops. What looks like a Brighton E4062 tank can be seen. The electric has pulled ahead at Norwood Junction, where B327 is seen again.
Except about model trains.
And on the flyover beyond the junction, these lovely shots of the Baltic tank can be seen.
Played this all around the wrong way. Or I don't know, you tell me. Do you think it's better to put the boring stuff at the end or just not?
It's boring, it's trains.
Moving on to East Croydon, one of Monsel's N-class motors, introduced on the southeastern Chatham in 1917, passes through the station. Like many Eastern Division mainline trains in the 1930s, the formation includes Pullmans.
This guy's not very good at talking, and he's been hired to talk for an hour. This is a clip, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he stumbled over his words already a few times. Like, this is not a professional documentary.
The Baltic makes another appearance. These superb tank locomotives were rebuilt by Monsell as 460 tender engines in the 1930s.
Kind of sounds like a Lion.
The derailment of one of the River Class 264 tanks at Sevenoaks in 1927 rather prejudiced the Southern against the use of large tank locomotives and express trains.
Clearly don't know your British accents that well.
No, not at all. Number 90.
A King Arthur on the Down Southern Bell completes this sequence at East Croydon. We have now gone down the southeastern main line to Sandling Junction near Folkestone.
I like that footage.
A Schools Class 440 passes through the station on an up express.
Does anyone chat have any stories about ever being on a train? Just stories that happened to you while you're on a train. The only stories I really have are just like junkies trying to talk to me.
The branch to Hythe and Sandgate, which closed completely in 1951, diverges here. These films were made on 9.5mm stock in the early 1930s.
And I didn't
Among
have
the
enough
locos
money
seen are
to,
an
like,
F1
really
Class
get there or
440
get
on the
back,
main
so
line
I'd be
stocking
train
service,
jumping.
and an elderly
And I'd go
Sterling
all the way
designed
from
01
here
class
to
on the
to
Hythe
Melbourne.
branch train.
And we'd go and we look in like comic shops and
A Lord
listen to
Nelson
buskers
460
and stuff.
passes through
And then we'd
Sandling
have to
Junction
beg for
with a
money
boat
to
train
get back.
consisting of a
And
typical
usually we'd
southern
only
mixture
get
of
enough money to
Pullmans
get
and
to
ordinary
Werribee,
stock.
and then we'd train hop
The
to
next
Wire,
part
and
of the
they'd catch us and
programme
they'd kick us
concentrates
off,
in
and we'd have to
Folkestone,
walk
and in
home from
particular the
Wire.
branch to Folkestone
Why didn't you
Harbour.
just wait for the
Our
next
films
train?
of this line will span a period of nearly 30
we could have
years.
done that.
Another
But we
Lord
didn't. We
Nelson,
walked home
this
from
time
Lara.
at Folkestone
And,
Junction, where the harbour branch
train line
diverges.
from Lara back home had these
An R1
cactus
class
plants
060
that when you
tank
went too
drifts
close to
down
them, they'd
towards the
spat
harbour
water
with
out.
vans consisting of
They were
passengers'
weird.
luggage. This is
But the
shortly
thing
followed
is,
by the boat train
this
itself,
isn't even
followed by
just
another
one time.
R1.
This is something we did on like a bi-weekly basis.
I got lost in Melbourne, Indian guy took him to the right train station until it left and he waved goodbye. That's
In the
adorable,
1930s,
dude.
roll-on, roll-off ferries were still a thing of the future.
It's
This is how
it's another one of
cars
those things
were
that
dealt
like
with at Folkestone Harbour
you
at
can
that
reference
time.
as a thing when everyone is just so against, you know, people moving here from overseas. It's just like, yeah, but you get so many nice people.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of hard to get lost in central Melbourne if you remember your kings and queens things. Is it King William and Queen Elizabeth, or is it King James? Oh no, I've lost in Melbourne.
Queen Victoria, right?
But Elizabeth Street.
I thought it was Victoria because it's the
Alright.
Queen Vic Markets.
One of the Southern Railway steamers
Okay, we're
I
lost
thought
in
that was
Melbourne.
named
in the Channel crossing.
Yeah,
to
see,
the
we're
Melbourne.
lost in Melbourne.
We're lost in
actually.
Melbourne.
We just got lost in Melbourne. Don't be like us.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We get lost.
To be fair, I've always known it more in terms of like what's on the street.
Yeah, and then they change things.
And then they change things, and then I'm just like, fuck, well, if I just head downhill, I'll probably end up at a train station.
Shunting at the harbour
Downhill will
was one
take
of the
you to
former
Flinders.
Southeastern and Chatham P-class
Not necessarily.
number 27. This loco was preserved
Because the hill
on
goes
withdrawal
down
over
multiple
30 years
directions.
later.
So
and
How
you
can
now
it go
seen
down
on the Bluebell
both
Railway
ways?
in
That means
Sussex.
when you go to work, you have to go.
There's four directions.
I mean,
It's a grid.
when I was young,
One
we
of
had to go to
Monsel's
school
powerful
uphill and
Z-class
come home
080
both
tanks
ways
was
uphill.
on duty also.
It's because they just reversed.
Though it was only
Bastards.
3/4 of a mile long, double track
as long as I can
Folkestone
find
Harbour
Road every day.
As long as I can find my way
spectacular
to mid
sections of
from the
railway
street
in the whole
station
of
so I
the
can go
British
across the road
Isles.
and get a slice of
The
pizza.
reason
I was
for this
fine.
was simply the branch's ruling gradient of 1
Well,
in 30.
for the most part, like, you're
Boat
going to find a
trains had
train
to slug
station
up the
eventually, no
hill
matter what
to the
direction you
junction,
go.
with maybe as many as 5
I
tank
was watching
locomotives
porn last
working the
night
train.
when my grandmother suddenly
In this
walked in. It
1930
was an awkward
scene,
way to find
there are
out
2
what she
R1
did
class
for a living.
060 tanks at the front and another pair banking
Zing!
at the rear. The train in this sequence was probably
Did
the
you
Golden Arrow.
recognize
We
her
will
from
come
when
back
she
to
was
this
a little
line and
younger, or
indeed
was
this
it
famous
recent?
train shortly.
Yeah, that's the real question.
But before that, following the chronology
Hold on while
of
I
this
just
sequence,
take my teeth out.
we have some very rare film made on the Southern in the dark days of
I've seen that in a
1940.
mixtape.
14-year-old Ray Stevens filmed these scenes
It's like a
near
party
Beckenham
in my
Junction
mouth.
in May and June 1940 on his father's 9.5mm home movie camera.
I was
But one
more
of
talking about
Wainwright's
a blowjob.
C-Class 060s headed a down
Slurpy
through
one with
goods
no
train.
teeth.
Oh. Way to bring the chat down.
Down?
School's
Yeah,
Class
talk about
916,
blowjobs.
White Gift, heads an up express. On Friday the 31st of May, King Arthur
don't think we're a very
778 of
PG show
Pellias
here.
hauls a Dunkirk evacuation train
Oi.
through Beckenham Junction.
Oh, Dunkirk evacuation trains. There you go.
I saw that movie. It
This
had
is
Matt
followed
Damon
by
in it.
C-Class 060 1572
Did it?
on a down goods. The boy filming the train is now
I'm
chairman
hoping
of the
I'm
Society
hitting the
of
right
Reserve
notes. I haven't seen
592
it.
It had the
of
guy who
class,
played
which
Bane
is
in
now
it.
preserved on the Bluebell Railway.
And it had one of the guys from that British boy band that everybody
C-Class
loved in it.
locos 1702 and 1715
I
bring
know
another
their
of the
names.
Dunkirk trains through Beckenham Junction.
Tom Hardy, I know that name.
Tom Hardy
And him,
was Venom, yeah.
I don't know the.
Harry Styles?
E-Class
That sounds right, that
1175
might be
powers
it.
a train
Harry
of
Styles did
GWR
acting?
stock
I didn't know
containing
that.
more soldiers rescued by the
I have to
little
look it up
ships.
now. Hold on. Let me squiz it.
The loco of the next train, one of 600
It's relevant,
run in the
as they
space
were
of a
talking
week
about Dunkirk.
to
They
move
did bring
some
up Dunkirk,
335,000 men, is L-Class 440 1773. Built ironically by Borsig of Berlin in 1914.
What do you mean, built
one of only
ironically?
10 German-built mainline locomotives ever to run in
Because
They
Britain.
built
by
a
Germans.
Down
They
goods
built
in
a
charge
whole
of a
frickin'
U-1
train
class 260
as an
in
irony
1904
There you go.
heads towards the
Harry
junction.
Styles, yeah.
Yeah, and then Tom Hardy, I remember his name. Cillian Murphy's in it. There you go.
He's cool.
Yeah. I mainly know from the 20s. Like, oh, Kenneth Branagh's in it. I've heard of him. I don't know if I've seen him in anything other than. Was he in like Frankenstein or something?
An unidentified King Arthur heads a down express along the same stretch of
Michael
track.
Caine. Everyone knows him, right?
Yeah.
Finally, in this sequence, some
It's
scenes
a
shot
pretty
at
good movie.
Orpington in June 1940.
I never actually saw
As a
it
school's
online.
class
I saw it in the
440
movies. It was
approaches
very
the
loud.
station.
Like, very, very. Possibly the loudest movie I've
A
ever
C
seen.
Why
class
would you
060
build a
and
whole
an H-class tank
frickin'
are
train
glimpsed
as a
in the
joke?
yard.
They had nothing better to do back then?
A
Haven't
school's
they ever
class on
heard
an
of
up
pictures
express
of
passes the
cats?
carriage shed, which bears
Yeah,
signs
but
of damage
trains,
by enemy
get it?
action. The phony war was
I like
definitely over.
trains.
Back at Folkestone Harbour to observe the changing
Oh.
scene
That's
on the
not a
barrage in the
train.
1950s. A
Speaking
steamer from
of,
France
we do have
reverses
at
into
least
her
two
berth.
videos of the
The
Murray
train comes
River,
down the incline to the
steamboats.
harbour to meet it with an
Okay, but
R160
hold on to
tank in
those because
charge.
there's something. If they're not super long, but I would want to queue up with it. But I'm looking
I
into
think
getting it.
that they are super long. We might have to do two separate goes. But if you do one and whatever you're doing, and then do like the other one another time, yeah.
Because I have something in mind. I'm looking for it.
Oh, cool.
With two
Specifically, I'm hunting
R1s
it
at the
down.
front
Nice.
and another at the back, a
And I'm
train
pretty
begins to
excited about
slog
the
up the
concept, like
incline.
the whole idea of eventually getting it. Like, it'll be one of my prized possessions because it's nostalgic and cool. But I imagine the irony thing was just it said it was German built, and then I think they mentioned it was used for, like, war things. So the British using a German built train.
Yeah, but like
Maybe there's irony in that. I don't know.
there is irony in it, but saying that it was built ironically.
But
Like I
think
get
the-
it when it becomes
the full sentence may
ironic.
have been it was built, ironically, by the Germans.
That's not how he said it though, and that's why I don't like this guy so far. That's why I'm finding him boring as well as kind of crap. He is stumbling on his lines, and
Seen
that
further up
was
the
read
incline
wrong
on
if
another
that's what he
occasion.
meant.
This
I
time,
bet.
Now that
three
you said
R1s
that, I
on the
get
front
it. But
one
he
on the
didn't
back.
say
He
that.
is just reading
Your
his
coach
lines
being
though.
blood and
Like if he's
custody.
not someone who's ever done it before, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just reading,
He's not reading.
He's
full
doing a
stops.
pretty good
He's
job.
Not reading
No,
the
he's.
commas, and he's
I mean,
not, yeah, I get it. I get
You
it.
hear people read stuff, so I'm going to read this.
Oh yeah, I'm
high
terrible at it.
definition.
I do it on the tubes all the
Like
time.
I
I
would
get
be
it wrong.
like chicken or vegetable,
The branch
and like
joined
that
the
that would
main
be
line
kind of
at
what it would more
Folkestone
sound
Junction,
like. It would just be
where
very
BR
robotic.
standard
He
class
doesn't
five
sound like a
passes
robot.
through
He
the
just
city.
sounds like somebody who
No, I
doesn't
get that.
really know what
We
he's
do
doing.
visual novels on a Wednesday, and it just sounds terrible when I watch it back.
You need to get text to speech. Oh yeah, animated.
Bullied Light Pacific in original condition passes through without stopping on a boat train service for Dover. Schools Class 440 is on the up service. In the late 1950s, rebuilt Bully Pacifics were a common sight in Kent. In this period, before many of these lines were electrified.
You're a Kent.
Oi.
I said BG. Jesus.
Number 34012, Launceston, adds the Folkestone portion of the Man of Kent. This was the last title to be bestowed on a steam haul passenger train from the southern region. It ran from June 1953 to June 1961 between Charing Cross, Folkestone and Dover, with some workings extending to and from Margate. Back at Folkestone Harbour, the SS Deal is being loaded.
Completely bad and unsteady the footage is.
And the change of motive power on the incline has become apparent.
On the back, that it's a collection of like rare and found footage. So like anything that didn't have copyrights, they made into a video, and then it had a professional.
This is the definition of
as a replacement for the aging
R1s.
this
is one of those exact.
British Railways transferred a number of Western Region 57XX pannier tanks to take over banking duties.
Ryan's here. What
the
up?
branch in the late 1950s.
We're doing your theme next week.
One of these rolls down into the harbour. By April 1960, 7 of these locos
peek into
were
one of the
based at
videos I
Folkestone
have to
Junction
pick
Shed
out for you.
to work both
I'll wait
Folkestone
until I
Harbour
get your answer
and
before I
Dover.
actually say anything. I like
Anyone
this
who
word,
remembers the
by
pannier
way.
tanks in their heyday,
Miscellaneous.
who has seen and heard them,
It's
will appreciate the
miscellaneous,
spectacular
miscellaneous,
sound as
but
they
with
bark
a Y
their way
on it.
up the
It's
1 in 30
miscellany.
gradient towards Folkestone Junction.
Miscellany. I used to have a teacher called Miss Kalani.
Miscellany.
She taught us all sorts of things. Sorry, I'm in fine form today.
That's my cue.
Oh, but the ads and the...
It's 16 minutes in. I've
Yeah,
done
go on, it's
good
fine.
this episode, alright? I only got up and checked the mail. I didn't even pee then.
Mail. For anyone interested in the Southern, this video provides a delightful miscellany covering many aspects of railway activity. Apparently, Peter's allergic to, like, puns. Makes him pee.
2 pannier tanks leave the
So
harbour
yeah,
station
Ryan, you want me to
with a
tell you the
train
title
10
of one of the
carriages
videos that I've kind
and a
of picked
van.
out for your episode
The original
next week?
harbour at Folkestone was built for the Admiralty at the time of the Napoleonic Wars by Thomas Telford. It was silted up and was virtually derelict when purchased by the South Eastern Railway in
Sure?
1843.
Okay,
At first,
so it's made
sailings were
locally
subjected to
so
tidal
like down the road
restrictions.
from us. And
But
it's,
improvements
kind
to the
of like
harbour
bad
throughout the
animation,
19th century
but
enabled it
it's
both
kids
to
film.
cope
It's
with
called
the increasing size
Elliot
of steamers and
Understands
also for it to be
Epilepsy,
navigable at
and
all
you
phases
can
of the
too.
tide.
I hope that's
Between
kind of what you're
1952 and
going for,
1960,
right?
the Golden Arrow returned to Folkestone Harbour for the outward journey. It left Victoria at 1 p.m.
Yeah, I'm
arriving
kind of
at the
hoping
harbour
to
around
do a
2:30.
little research
However,
into
as
it
the
and
return
find
service
out some
was
of the
via
people who
Dover,
worked on it.
the empty stock
Have
had
a
to be moved
call
to
and
there
talk with them.
in time for the
Because it's
4:58
local,
p.m.
so.
departure for London.
Yeah, it's one of those. That's the thing about edutainment.
The Great
Most of
Western
it's for
pannier
kids,
tank
right?
brings this
Most of it's
typically southern
cartoons,
train
most of
into
it's-
Folkestone Harbour station. Luggage containers conveyed on the second vehicle of
I mean, I wish
are
we could
later
do
seen
VeggieTales on
being
the show,
craned
because
onto the
that's
ship,
a
identical to
edutainment.
those observed in the 1930s.
Is it educational though?
Yeah, if you what you're in. educational doesn't mean that it's good education. It just means that their intention was to educate, and their intention was to educate about Christianity. Just because we don't like agree that it
As the
should be
steamer
taught
leaves
to
for
kids
France, she
because,
passes
who
the
needs
TSS
kids to
Canterbury,
believe in an
tied up
imaginary
at the pier. This
whatever.
vessel, then the pride of the Southern
Choo-choo
Railway
trains,
fleet,
what up, Poots?
entered service on
Also,
the 15th
Ryan,
of
if you
March
want to feature in the
1929.
episode yourself,
Before leaving Folkestone,
we can zoom you
there
in.
is the chance to revisit Sandling Junction,
Well,
last
we
seen in the
Discord you in.
1930s.
Yeah,
on this
just
occasion,
if that's your
a
thing.
short down goods hauled by N-class
We do have a strict start time.
31867
Well, not strict, but
stopped
I mean, we
for
have
the
like a
driver to be
latest start
advised on
time.
a cracked rail ahead in Sandling Tunnel.
Do we?
The same fate befell
Yeah, normally we don't.
the Golden Arrow, headed by Battle of Britain Pacific,
like
34089,
11 was it 11 or 10?
602 Squadron.
I don't even remember now.
That's funny. It's 11. We started at 11.
Every time we forget what time we start.
Yeah, the couple of times
With a
that we had to
characteristic slip,
cancel
the
a week,
Pacific gets
we
her
come
train
back and it's like,
underway.
oh my god, I'm just here on time.
Yeah, you showed up at like 9:30 and was
One of the
quarter
most
to 10 and you were like, I'm
famous
sorry, I'm
trains
late. We better get going, right? And I was
Had a
like, do we? Oh no! we like
The
panicked and got all of a
Stand
sudden we're like, wait a minute.
From
We don't
1951
start
to
now.
1958, when the Britannias were transferred away from the southern region, the train was regularly
Just
entrusted to
let
two
me know.
members of the class, based at Stewards Lane Shed in London.
You know my account here. You can whisper me and I can.
The end of an
I don't
era
think my
came on the
Discord
11th
thing
of
works,
June
does it, my
1961, when this famous train was hauled by
So
steam
lazy,
for the
I-
last time. West Country Class
Oh, there it is.
34100 Appledore
There's the
brings
link.
the down Golden
Oh,
Arrow
talk
slowly
about
through paddock
lazy.
wood
Where'd
on
my
that day.
everything go? My brain's gone. Not having a go. But, I would like to see it change one day in the future.
The Southern
When I
Railway and the Southern Region of
post,
British Railways
the
are the
link.
biggest
It
users of
says,
Pullmans in
Is that
I
Britain.
play games,
Crowds are out
and
in
I play
okay.
games, and I play
on the
games.
line
And I'm
to
like,
Captain
I have to figure out
On
where
6th
that
of
is
June,
because I changed
1953,
everything else on
to
the
see the
program.
Yeah,
Royal
you need to
Train,
find that. And
headed
also,
by
I kind of
Schools
want
Class
your
440,
profile picture to be you
30915
holding too many
Brighton, which was
videotapes
taken
and
to
some
the
game
Royal Party
controllers
to
as
see the
well.
Derby.
I just think that would be funny. I got a tripod now. I can set it up on an auto timer. So I want to be kind of in the
The
background.
Royal Train is followed by the so-called Bookie's Bell, an all-Pullman train.
I
The
think that'd be
loco for this
interesting. By the
train
way,
is number
we need to bottle up
31822,
beer.
the first of only 6
You can either
A1
tell
class
me how to do
3-cylinder
it or
moguls
come on,
built
whichever
at
you
the
think.
What
southeastern
you gotta do
Chatham
if you
in
want to do it?
1922.
Well, you count how many
Flying
balls
with
you
the
have. You're
Golden
probably
Arrow
about
for the
30.
title of the Southern's
But
best-known train
put 2
was
of
the
the
Brighton Bell,
combination drops in.
seen here
Yeah.
passing
Fill
through
it in.
Just fill it
Weaversfield
up.
in
Okay,
BR
that's
days.
it.
It's simple. It's
Okay.
not. It's not one of those like super.
Rocket science thing.
C.J.
Alright, I'll do it
Bernard
then.
had a cab
Because
ride
it's
on
probably
this
done.
famous train in
I don't have to stir it.
1939,
I think
which
we'll
would
take the lid
present
off
these
or
extras.
anything.
Just go for it.
Cool. And then whatever's left in the bottom
As
becomes
the train leaves
gravy.
Victoria, an interloper in the form
You
of
put
a
it down and
Drummond
sing.
designed
Like,
T9440,
no, he boiled
complete
chicken in
with its
it.
8-wheel tender
Sam
is
loves
seen.
chicken boiled in beer.
Judging from the amount
Yeah,
of
it's good and
permanent
everything,
work
but
seen
it's
going on
the
during the
last few
course of the
batches
journey,
are bad.
this run must have been
Yeah,
made
but
on a
it's still good
Sunday.
for
Especially the last
As the
two
train
were
crosses the
sweet.
Thames on the
Turn
Grosvenor
it
Bridge
into,
outside Victoria, the general lack of trains to be
casserole.
seen on these busy lines would seem to reinforce this
So
assumption.
punchy.
Even
I
the
don't like
tracks
sweet
on the
things that
approach
much.
to and through
Yes.
So when
normally
it's
hectic Clapham
when
Junction
I
applied,
get beer that doesn't taste
suggesting
like
a
beer,
journey
but it's
made on a
just
Sunday
nothing
morning.
but sweetness.
Possibly
then
the 11
it's a no
o'clock
for me,
a.m.
dog.
departure
Well
from the
then,
capital.
what you could do for that is boil dumplings in it. So like it's
We saw the precursor of this
those
famous
It's
train
still gonna
earlier
be
in the
too Tory
program.
might
This
like
was the
that.
Southern
Yeah,
Bell,
yeah.
For me,
which first
I
ran between
couldn't
Victoria
stop.
and
What's
Brighton
it called?
in
It's not bread
1908.
pudding. It's
When the Brighton line
dumplings
was
and syrup or
electrified,
whatever. Like I don't
35
like
car,
dumplings and
all
syrup, but,
Pullman
like,
electric
my
multiple
whole
units were
in-law
ordered by
family
the
loves
Southern
these
Railway.
boiled
These
bread
began to
balls that
operate
you
the
soak
Southern
in
Bell
maple
from the
syrup
1st of
or
January
salt syrup.
1933,
I think if
and
you
electric
did that in like a
services on
sweet
the
beer,
Brighton
that'd be
line
really
commenced.
interesting.
It was here at East Croydon
Yeah.
that Steam Hall Southern Bell was
That's
seen earlier
probably
in the
just
program.
too sweet because it didn't ferment properly. No.
3
I don't
units
think
were
so.
the first and only all Pullman electric
I don't
multiple
know.
units.
If you taste
Andrew's
the
services
right.
changed from
You
the
put
Southern
enough
Bell to that
vinegar
of
in
the
Then
there,
Brighton
you
Bell.
put
29th
vinegar
of
in-
June
in-
and then you make a
1934.
sweet and
The
sour
original
sauce
units
out of it. Put it on
continued
your
to operate
chicken.
the service.
Deep
Go
fried
for it.
chicken
Until
with
they
a
withdrew
beer
feel
sweet
free
sour.
to do what you
April
want leftovers.
with the exception of some
Yeah, well, yeah,
years
it's at
during
my
the
house.
war,
I'll be
when
taking
all Southern
those.
Pullmans
And even
were
when it's at your
withdrawn.
house, I'm like, can you
Unit
put some
number
of that into
3052
a
we give you
drink
the
was
big
damaged
liter
in an
drink
air
bottle.
raid
Yeah, I get a
at
liter,
Victoria
and
in
I
October
cook it into all
1940,
sorts of things.
but was subsequently repaired.
I like the bottom of the
being
barrel
ready for
'cause it's got all
traffic
that,
at the time
that crap in it
when
as
all
well.
Pullman services resumed on the Southern in October
Yeah,
1947.
I don't use
Look at the condition of the railway
sometimes.
these
Look, all I'm
The
saying,
tracks are
Motion,
not
is if
covered
you
in
had ever
litter,
tasted
and
it,
the
you'd know
trackside
what I mean.
environment
In
and
that it was
vegetation are
unsalvageable.
beautifully maintained, Quite a
Like
different picture
even on
to
that
that
chicken you made
which
Chris that you
pertains
loved, I
today.
didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, that's where Sam learned that she liked it.
It was way too much. Yeah, I don't think it was like sickly
The train
sweet. It
crosses
was
over
just
one
like
of the great engineering features of the Brighton line. The
That
Ouse
probably
Valley
also
Viaduct
has that.
I don't know how to
passes a
describe it,
six-pulley
honestly.
unit on a Brighton to Victoria working via the quarry.
No, it was just not good.
Was that the pumpkin stuff?
No, the pumpkin stuff was great.
Oh.
I got wasted on that so many times. It
The
tasted
train
delicious.
halted at the signal.
That was the
headed
last
by an
good brew I
E-Class
did, in
440
fact.
and
Is
composed
that when
of
you put a whole
ex-Southampton
pumpkin pie in
stock.
there,
Yeah.
Nice.
The Brighton Bell approaches
Well, yeah, it's
the
kinda too cold for
2,295-yard-long
probably
Clayton
anyway,
Tunnel
so
it's
and
probably
arrives at Brighton,
not the best. but
passing the
we'll see.
works
We
before
might
arriving
have
in the
had
station.
enough days of it being a good temperature, so it's been in there for a few weeks now.
We can fix it by putting a fresh
We
yeast.
stay with the
into it.
LVSCR
No?
for the next part of the
The
program,
rest of the sugar?
which features vintage Brighton
done,
steam
it's done.
classes, starting with the most elegant of designs, the H2 class Atlantics, represented here by number 32425. Traverse
Above board
Head.
with these
The
train
locomotive
stuff and
is
talk
working a
about
rail
beer
tour
instead.
from London to
You're
Brighton
done.
in 1957.
No.
The carriages
you.
are ex-LSWR
Oh.
corridor stock.
Yeah.
Oh, lorry boys.
Sorry, boys.
Oh, you like the footage because there's a truck
Yeah,
there.
that's right. I've kept 2 of those at home for myself.
No, I wouldn't.
Not the drink.
No, Shane, I wouldn't.
That's
reuse anything.
He's referencing things like starters for cultures, like yogurts and stuff like that. You can use like the leftover little mold bits to start.
But I
a
mean,
culture.
if you're brewing beer like professionally, then yeah, you can reuse
So-
yeast and stuff. I think.
Well, not just the yeasts, but like the tops and stuff. That's when you make I think it's sour beers. Sour beers you reuse.
We're drinking a Pacific Ale. It says, batch brews, this hop-driven Pacific Ale has been crafted to highlight passion fruit, lime, and tropical aromas, creating a refreshingly crisp beer.
You see, people drink
Viewers
any
will
cheap
recall
lager,
footage
and I
of
always
one of
bring
the
I
over a
will,
nice
classic
I
tanks
will
seen earlier
drink
in the program.
beer.
And
Yeah,
that
I
these
like
I
locomotives
am
are
in
such
every way a
good
beer
and
lover, I
Morrison
think.
to 460s.
I don't remember the last time
This
I
is
had
how
a
they
beer that I
looked
found
in their
undrinkable.
rebuilt form. At London Bridge on
Honestly,
the
I
23rd
think it was
of June
I'll bring you over a
1956.
box of Japanese beer.
N15X class
A Chinese
460
I won't drink that.
32329
Just- it
Stevenson
tastes fine.
prepares to work an enthusiast
gives me a
special
headache.
But
Brighton.
it's
This was one
what's
of the
there's
last
just
of
never
these
like
rebuilt
when it's cheap, when it's
locomotives to
good
remain
Chinese beer,
service.
when it's
It was
like
withdrawn later that
if you're
year.
spending about as much.
That's something interesting with Andrew saying is in Tasmania, the I think it's Bogue's Brewery up
Yeah.
top of Launceston, they give every little bit of the bottom of the barrels to put in with the
At Brighton,
feed
the loco goes
of
off
the
to the shed
local
for servicing.
cows.
Drunk cows, great
Then
steaks.
not just drunk, yeah, great steaks, because that's how they make. I think it's
Also at
wagyu.
Brighton, on the
They
5th
make
of October
Australian
that's a
wagyu.
Japanese thing.
the Works
right?
Pilot,
I think it's
an
completely
A1X06O
different.
tank,
Well, then it's
number
it's something else they
377S,
call it. Then
one of
and
Straubing's
and
famous
it's
terrier tanks,
beer cows.
designed
They're
going back to
delicious.
1872.
I
This
just love a steak
locomotive was
anyway, so I
repainted
just
in
know that would
1947
be
in
like
Stradley's distinctive
extra
yellow
fine.
livery.
Yeah,
Number
absolutely.
377S
I went to. I mean,
was an
I'm
example
sure I've
of
told the
Marsh's
story on the show
rebuilding of
before.
the class
but
in
When
1911.
this tape is-
when one of the former Chelsea players came down to Melbourne,
Though based at Brighton
We-
Works,
like,
the
we did
locomotive
a-
was
like a
occasionally
dinner with him.
allowed to stretch its legs.
and
Did you catch the train to
Here
get
it
that?
holds an enthusiast
Of course I did.
special
There you go.
in the goods
Tied
only
in.
And I took
Kemptown
the train
branch
home.
in Brighton.
Tied in.
This line
Continue.
launched passenger services in
But,
1933. It was
of
just
everything
over
on the
a mile
menu,
in
the steak
length.
obviously looked the best, but like he'd come down, I think 2 years before that,
Another outing
or
for the
maybe a
terrier
year before
was
that,
when
and
it
we've
helped
done dinner at this
the
one place,
citizens
and
of
it's like, the
Surrey's
dinner was just
dormitory
like a
town
pissy little
catering to
thing
celebrate the
that cost me
centenary of
like
their
$40,
which opened
and
for
like when it
visitors
came
on the
out, I
5th
remember
of
the guy
August,
next to me just looking at it being like,
1856. The promotion of
I
the
fucking hope
line
the rest's coming
was
out
the
soon.
cause of a
And-
bitter dispute between
That's why you don't
Brighton
go to
and the
restaurants. You
South
go to
Eastern
pubs in
Company at the
Australia
time.
because their pub food is
Constructed as a
brilliant.
single
No,
track
no.
branch,
Melbourne has this
the
great
line was doubled in
thing where
1897
sometimes
to cope with
it's the
growing
perfect
commuter
mixture of
traffic.
both, and that's
Yeah.
what it was the next
Electrification of
time
the
he
route
came
was
down.
undertaken by Southern
And
Railway
like the steak
in March
was so
1935.
fucking good that like I was getting emotional eating it. Like it was so good, and I remember he looked at me. Canners looked at me, and he's like, "Are you alright?" And I was like, "They don't serve it like this down my way."
You remember we used to go to that little pub up kind of the other side of town, that we used to get stacks of really thin sliced liver and bacon just covered in gravy.
Yeah.
And the ladies used to come out and go, "You like this then, do you?" And we're like,
This is
we're
Amberley
freaking
on the
it.
Mid-Sussex line in April 1952.
Was that the same place we got brains from?
There are
Yeah,
camping
but we
coaches
got
in
brains
the
from
goods
the
yard,
other side
where a bright
in the actual
E1R
restaurant.
class
Just
062
because
tank
I
is
don't know why we
shunting.
went to
I
the
probably
restaurant.
wouldn't do
Yeah.
brains
main
again
line,
unless it was cooked
one of the
differently.
Brains is like a scrambled egg.
It was too
fried.
fishy to me.
There was a little bit of that
Amberley
with it,
could be
yeah.
seen
I
from Marple
also
Adrian Porter
not a
040
fan of brains,
locomotive,
but also I wouldn't
in
say no to
at a
putting one in my
nearby
mouth
lime works.
anyway, because they're not that terrible. But I would
It
prefer
was-
a liver any day.
I think, well, liver
There's
is
really a
way
traction
superior. I
engine
think
on
I would
rail,
like to try it cooked
complete with
differently.
flywheel.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we just had it deep fried, right?
We had a little chunk of it battered and deep fried, and what you're meant to do with brains is to chop it real small, mix it with egg, and have it as an omelette. You're meant to
Now
fry
a
it
reminder
off,
of an
chop
industry
it,
which played
and
an
mix it with an
important
omelette.
role
That sounds good.
in North Kent,
Yeah, like a chicken
and
omelette.
which generated a
Chicky
great
bacon
deal of
omelette,
traffic
grainy
for the
bacon
railway.
omelette. But
For many years, there were a large number
Kidney
of
and
cement
Guinness
works in the area
pie.
along the
I used to
southern
make those
shores
all the
of the
time.
Oh,
Thames.
yeah. And like
Close
that
to the
shit, I
Medway,
don't know if it still does,
between
but it used to go
Rochester and
so
Gravesend.
cheap that it's just so
still does.
inexpensive
Still does.
to make a completely hearty meal.
An
You didn't
essential
like the
ingredient
smell of the
cement
tongue,
making
even
being
though I
chalk,
enjoyed it in a
I didn't like the
curry.
taste
in
either.
abundant
I would have to have
supply
it
in this
cooked
area.
into something.
I like it in a curry. It's really tender.
These
in a
I
curry.
could not eat it
have
on its
their own
own
railway
like
No,
Groundnut does.
no, I couldn't either.
Fucking
But
Fucking
we're
like
in
it
a
stinks.
in a
One of the
vindaloo,
largest of
it's
the
like
second-
so
Well,
soft.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
Swanston.
that's what it would
Which
need to
opened in
be.
1855.
I couldn't
and,
do tongue on its own.
I had
Owned by
part once. I'm not sure I
APCM
ever fed
Limited.
you part.
I can't
Associated
But it was
Portland
just,
Cement.
it just tastes like beef.
Originally
Yeah, I
built
would've
to a
thought so.
gauge of
Nothing
3 foot
interesting
5 and a
about
half
it.
It's
inches.
probably very fatty.
This was later rebuilt in
I
1929
cooked
to
it
standard.
for a while and put it into a pie, and I fed it to Sam's friends, Sam and Alex, the girls, and they loved it. They're like, "This is good pie." I didn't tell them it was hot until after I ate it. When they did, I did. They're like,
In that year,
yeah,
5
it's
new
just pie.
Hawthorne Leslie
I mean, pie
040
is kind of
Saturn tank
gristly anyway
locomotives
some of
were
the time,
supplied.
so.
Later, a further locomotive arrived from the
It's
same
just funny
builder
to
in
me that
1935.
Sometimes people will have
The
something
final
delicious,
locomotive
and
was
I'm
supplied
not
by
like,
Robert Stevenson
sure, if you're a
Bickle
vegan
in
and someone gives you
1948.
meat, and then they
Yeah,
like go,
the
haha,
locomotives
got
were
you, you said it was
originally
delicious.
painted
That's
in
been
an
big
attractive
shit.
light
Don't
green
do that.
livery.
But like,
No.
if
And
you
were
are
kept
happily
clean.
chowing down on meat,
Anyway.
and then you have kidney one day, and you're like, and someone's like, "Oh, did you like the kidney?" Like, kidney's in that? Oh! Like, no, it tasted good. You clearly liked it.
Come on, you eat sausages.
Come
You
on.
don't know what's in those.
That's just mush.
It's
That's
just
just
mush.
meaty mush.
Chicken
These
nuggets
scenes
used
were
to be
filmed by Edwin
chicken
Wilmshurst in
carcass mush
1968,
until they had
when
to
steam was
change it. And
withdrawn
I actually
at the quarry,
like
4 of the
old
steam
chicken nuggets
locomotives were
better than new
preserved by
ones. I
England.
like the mush ones better than I like the chicken breast ones. I thought they had more flavor.
No, I think they're all kind of bland to me.
They are all kind of bland, but
The next part
I
of the
quite
program.
enjoyed the
There's a
Take us
reason
on a
that
tour,
nuggets
some
come
clothes,
with dipping
certainly
sauce.
not
Exactly,
forgotten
there
lines.
is.
That's because without it,
Traverse
they're
the lush
boring.
countryside
Yes,
of
so why
Sussex.
should you waste a
This is the
good
cuckoo
quality
line,
breast steak
from Polegate
on a
through
nugget
Hailsham
when you can
to
just be
Erridge,
using
which
mush
opened throughout
and
in
still dip it and it'd be
1881.
fine? Like,
Yeah, but that
Built
mush
by
you
the
could do something else with
LBFCR,
as well.
Yeah, you can
never
make
amounted
chicken
to much
sausages,
more
chicken
than a
ham,
meandering secondary
chicken-
route, which
So,
was never
like,
electrified.
it's just
Robert
It
C.
closed
Baker was a
throughout in
genius.
1963.
The whole
I can
the
pull
whole
that
thing
name
is
out
like
of my
there's
mouth.
so
Sorry.
many there's so many foods that are just like, why would you do this not so great thing with it? And I honestly,
Chicken hearts are good on the skewer.
a hot take here. I wish there were less burgers in the world.
You keep saying that on this show, you know that, right?
Yeah, because they're so not that great. Like, I've never been to a restaurant other than like McDonald's or like, you know, any of those sort of places where I like know what to expect when I go in there, where it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get like a crappy burger and it's gonna taste salty and that'll be fine. But I've never gone into a restaurant that is an actual proper restaurant. Actually, this is I will spin off into that now. I will acknowledge
we
that.
tried both types of vegan burger.
No. I've got a better story than that.
Okay.
Where I was just
Because I like
blown away.
chickpea burgers. They're
But
delicious.
yeah, they are good. But I've never been to a restaurant, ordered a burger, where it's been like, "Oh, famous this burger," and I've been like, "This is good." I've always just been like, yeah, it's edible, I guess.
The sandwich.
It's
It's a
nice.
hamburger sandwich with a side of french fries and potato
I
chips.
don't see why it's world famous. But
The other
then
line
recently,
wandered through rural
Tori
Sussex,
wanted a burger,
suffered
and
the
she
same
wanted
fate
to
as
order
the
from a
cuckoo
certain burger place, and I was
at
like,
least part of it did.
Look, I'll just take a chance, and I got their like Impossible Burger. It was fucking delicious. It was.
What do they make?
Possibly, I have no fucking idea.
I know they put beetroot in it to make it bleed.
But whatever they made it with, it was the best burger I think I've ever had.
They're doing really good.
Absolutely delicious.
I've actually I've committed to. I don't want to be vegetarian or vegan, but I've committed to replacing everything in my freezer.
Back at the low-level station,
because I always buy
a
reduced
train
meat.
approaches from the south.
I'm kind of
on a
committed
line
to
known
replacing
then
it all with
and now as the
reduced
Bluebell Railway.
vegan stuff because I see it cheaper and just as often as the meat. And like, why not? Because it tastes pretty much similar to me. Like, not always, but
most of the time it doesn't for me.
I can kind of get away with it. Yeah, okay, but
the thing
a lot
is,
of it you can get away
the
with.
burger that I had was better because
What do I
it was juicy. It was like
that's what the Impossible
full
known
of flavor.
For,
it was
being juicy, and that's beetroot juice, I think.
And like there was no part of it that tasted average. Like it just when you get a beef burger and it's like, oh, well, this part of it's dry, this part's overcooked, this part's maybe slightly undercooked, whatever.
We've had a couple of chilies made with the Impossible mincemeat.
Number 8011.
And you know, beans and
it's gonna be more it's gonna be easier to like keep for long term too.
Yeah, but it's not as perishable. It's just frozen beans, man, or frozen veggies. Like it's gonna stay forever.
So, I will always love a steak as long as they're serving me steaks. I'll buy them. But
one of my favorite pizzas, as people who know me with pizza now, is I've grown up and I don't like it too loaded anymore. I like it thin and I like it pepperoni. But if you go,
you like it traditional.
I like the traditional, but my favorite pizza right now is peppers, onions, like a vegetarian with a slice of salami. So I like both vegetarian and a slice of salami. It's terrible. You give me a vegan burger with a slice of bacon, it's like so good.
I would go without the bacon, honestly. I do love bacon, though.
Of course, but what I'm saying is, like, I don't want to be vegetarian. I want to be vegetarian inclined.
The whole bacon thing is, it's good for what I have it with. So you just put it with some eggs or something like that, and it's good because it's just the smoky flavour, some clash with anything there.
Yeah.
Trains are briefly seen.
I'm more getting to the
put bacon on a burger
before we head off.
I'm more getting to the idea of like you know, I'm just trying to extrapolate the fact that I'm not vegetarian or vegan, but I want to be that way inclined. Just like, oh yeah, I'll have that.
I would totally. I'm totally.
But if you fry my beef, my veggie burger next to your beef burger, I'm not going to whinge about it.
Yeah.
You know how some vegetarians like,
my whole thing is
have a spare slot.
Tastes good.
To connect East
Cheaper.
Cheaper,
or at the same price. If it is the same fucking price, I'll do it. I don't care.
For it, same price.
The problem is it's more expensive. Like the burger that I got that I talked about before was like multiple dollars more expensive than Tory's, and it was smaller.
Yeah.
But I was like, it was a good fucking burger though.
That's the thing. We've been waiting about
in
1955,
the British Railways proposed closing
A, just
this was
as
to come
tasty,
into effect
which it is now, and B, just as cheap, because the stuff that was just as tasty was too expensive. But now they're coming up to the point where I'm just like, okay, Sam wanted ice cream.
It needs to be cheaper, that's all it needs to be now.
Sam wanted ice cream because she's got sore throat after her surgery. And I looked, and the vegan ice cream, just as cheap.
A perplexed BR
So I grabbed
was
this
forced to
and I
resume
had
services,
some
though it did so with such bad grace.
And they make it out of
these
coconut
trains
milk.
Yes.
Coconut milk is so delicious for ice cream.
Well, yeah, I hearing that, it's like if I'm going to have ice cream, I'd rather anyway because it's going to be less sweet and more flavorful.
Yeah, it's coconut milk.
I love coconut.
The stay of execution allowed a preservation scheme to be launched, and the Bluebell Railway Preservation Society became a pioneer of standard gauge railway preservation.
That's going to be the interesting thing.
It tasted better than ice cream to me.
Removing sugar from vegan stuff's going to be the next step.
Yeah, because, you got to flavor it and stuff.
Yeah, like and not over salting stuff too is going to be interesting.
The Bluebell joined the Lewis.
No, it's too much salt is so fucking bad.
Yeah,
like,
3 3/4
so
miles.
bad.
Every now and then, I go up to my salt shaker and kind of just go.
No, more salt for me.
I don't like table salt. I've got.
I would like to cut it out if I could, but
me too.
It's just in everything.
Pink rock salt. I also have Vegeta. You know what that is?
What is that?
It's all. Do I have to? Can I say the W word?
Yeah.
European. I'll say European. That's fine.
Oh, that'd be no, probably don't.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
don't sit
European, European vegetable stock that's basically it's MSG.
Have you been to the
It's MSG, and
I
I put it in
European grocery store on Tommy Road.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that was there until like last year. Tori and I walked and saw a sign for it. And was
I have been there, but I don't.
Dingy warehouse, and they sell like European movies and stuff there, and I'm always tempted to go and just buy some cinema.
Edwin Wilmshurst
No, they're on DVD.
filmed these scenes of a flooded Lewis station on the 5th of
well,
November
I mean,
1960.
what we watched today was off
It's
YouTube,
hard to
so.
believe that trains can still get through in
But,
such
Riding a
conditions.
fine line. These
But
are your
they did.
rules, by the way. You're breaking your own
Kent
rules
Class
here.
12348
said sorry,
flashes
made a
out
big
of the
deal.
station on a Brighton to Eastbourne train.
Yeah. Okay. I'll apologize by having to sit through another Spanish VHS movie with you on Cinema Panel. That's pretty.
You might be waiting a while.
That's pretty weird, right? We'll get through the whole box.
I have so much to do, by the way,
do?
in terms of cinema. Because we have all of... Well, I want to get all of Napostrios wrestling stuff. I want to get all those. I want to do more sports things in general, because that was really fun with the USAFL.
Yeah, I like that.
It was
The
so
flooding
stupid.
was at its
It was the
worst
worst
at the
episode,
west
but it was
end
the
of the
best
station.
episode.
There would be no trains from
I
this
like that we
station
paid
for
attention,
London
unlike
via
this video.
Keimer Junction on this day. Back to the Bluebell
still
now.
got,
This is Horsted Keynes. In the last
20
week
minutes
of
of
BR
this.
services between Lewis and East Grinstead.
I've been watching, though.
I like the visuals, but I haven't been
Standard
listening.
class
I'm
4
not
26410
like
heads north out of the
passionate
station.
enough about trains to where I can be like, oh, that's a this train, or that's a that train. Like, I don't know the models or anything. I just like watching trains. I like being on trains.
I like trains. What is that?
An electric multiple unit arrives from Haywards Heath.
Data warning.
Oh
my god.
Spending all that money.
Have to wait for Sam to get out of hospital. They said that she
A
was going to
southbound
get discharged
service
and then it
appears.
took like
Normal
2
branch
hours.
has been reinforced
That
to
doesn't
accommodate
surprise me.
those
Take
wishing to
longer.
travel on the line before closure.
Oh, yeah.
The headboard on the
And I was
tank
sitting in the car
will later
too,
be the
on
right way
parking.
around when the train returns with the final service.
Oh, wow! Blake with the raid!
Finally!
Whoa!
Hey!
Hey!
Blake!
Welcome!
I just accepted your friend request too.
Welcome, everybody!
Ooh, let's watch trains! I
Yeah,
like
so this
trains.
is Obscure Tape Time, and since there was a raid, do we...
Yeah, we have to explain it. So,
We'll watch
this
this tape
is...
again after, maybe.
To a
What?
cacophony.
Sure, I mean, if we're sticking around,
if
if you
there's
watch
people here to hang about...
if you watch the viewership and we stick around, but we've still got 20 minutes of this particular video. So what we do is we watch old VHS about that we bought 10 years ago. A couple of them more recently from op shops. When
We've
they were
also had
selling
some
them.
sent in to us.
Yeah, and sent in
from
to
viewers.
us. But basically, the idea of the show is we bought a whole bunch of VHS when they were selling them out for $1 like 10 years ago.
We bought so like 100, 200 maybe.
I'd say
It was
we bought
around
at
the
least
200 to 300 mark.
300
And so we
VHS.
bought a ton of them. And the original idea was we were gonna like watch them and we were gonna get highlights and we were gonna make a live show, which we still plan to do.
It sounds
But then
like a good idea.
it kind of all fell off and we just stopped doing it. And then COVID happened.
Well, not just
and
that, but like
it's
technology increased to the
It
point
has
where we
gotten a
can
lot
stream it. Like that
But I
was
mean,
not even an
I've
option
had
when we bought it.
This cat card I've had for like 5
Yeah,
years.
but like when we
was opened
originally
in
had
July
the idea of this,
1881.
it was
These
not even
scenes
an
filmed
option.
by
It's
Edward
was
Wilmshurst
not
in the
there.
summer of
But now it
1961.
is.
Not
So
long
we're
before
watching
the line
stuff
closed,
on the
but the
videos.
30th
COVID
of
happened, we
October
locked down and we're
that
like, what the fuck do we do
Show
now?
H
And we're like, well, we may as well just start watching some tapes.
Yeah, we
And
planned
then
to do it 10 years ago. Why not do it?
But then what ended up happening was we thought, well, we stream. Let's just do it live. Let's just watch the tapes.
Fuck
If
it, we'll
anybody
do it
wants-
live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. If anybody wants to watch the tapes with us, they can come watch the
Rated
tapes with
Hope
us.
was the
So
first
we
stop
have all
over
kinds of like obscure content on this channel. We've watched some doozies too.
So yeah, we're a.
Fuck it, we'll do it
train
live.
from
Hey,
Birmingham
Blake.
arrives
Hey, you know the
Thanks
reference.
for the sub.
Awesome. So we're trying to find the best bits. Eventually, we'll go back over them and we'll maybe even watch some again and again until we find the best bits and find out the funniest takes.
Yeah,
but
and eventually.
we don't know until we've watched them. Like Yeah, just watch all the tapes.
We've decided it's a podcast / talk show.
It's a podcast / talk show now, which is nice. I like the new. I don't want to be just talking. I like the fact that this is. It gives us an excuse to talk and pod.
It's a
whatever that means.
It's a much more accurate pad doc. There we go. So we're reading words.
Yeah, and since we're talking about what's on screen, that makes it
West Ham.
West Ham.
Western.
That means it's against copyright, right? If we're commenting on it, it becomes fair use.
Not necessarily, but yes, we'll say yes for the. But yeah, and so the end goal is we have a live show.
That's not the end goal.
No, that is the end goal.
My end goal is that I come over here and get to do some therapy.
An H-class 044.
No, that's what we do.
It is fun. It is very therapeutic. And we complain and we talk about life.
And we drink too much and.
But yeah, well, you know. It's a good time.
It's a good time. It's the one day a week that I get to drink beer instead of too much cider.
Getting new earphones. Get them new earphones.
I want all the new earphones.
Bees, millions of bees.
Oh, nice reference. No one's going to get that.
Someone might have seen the movie.
I mean, if you want to reference something a little more that people is still obscure, people might get. It's like bees. Not the bees!
On this 11.5-mile branch, which opened in September 1893.
I like how you've realised.
You drink more than me, so you can have the last of my can.
We've sort of swapped. We've sort of swapped our tolerances since 10 years ago.
I know, right? I used to drink the whole cask, and you have a.
I would keep up with you for about 2 hours, and then I'd be on my ass, and you'd be like, "Ha! I'm still going all night."
I mean, I tried to be old school with that vodka bottle, and I vomited on your toilet. I should have broke your lid deliberately, just so it would be funny. They get Wicker Man, but they don't. I don't even remember.
For future stuff on this channel, by the way, once I move, which is the end of the month, I'm planning to do another Drunk 101 run, which is where I play Donkey Kong 64 all the way through and drink an entire bottle of whatever I can get my hands on.
I'll be there for it.
It's going to be awful.
I still plan to try and find you a couch that's about the size of this that you can hide somewhere from your wife. Bring in just for that.
I just don't think it's going to happen.
Maybe I can just bring it in the back of my car every week.
Populated countryside. Much of it given over to the growing of
stuff. Lifting the kid, my back is the sorest I think it's ever
which
been.
Was about a mile from the centre of the village. Was a regular
destination. But yeah, it will take me probably like 10 to 11 hours.
Again. Come on, we got a PB, right? We can.
Yeah, I think we can.
We can sub 10.
Yeah, I think we can. I honestly believe sub 10 is.
Especially if I keep paying attention. Like, I've done it once, therefore I should be able to...
You ended up so fucking dead after that.
I was so dead, but at the same time you thought you failed, but I kept you on track, and we actually did.
I thought I failed, and for months I refused to rewatch the VOD, because I was like, oh, I can't believe I fucking forgot to get
I kept you on track.
And then eventually I worked up the courage. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm looking at the VOD right now.
I like it when we were talking to... Who's the guy who owns the actual record? Connor. We're talking to Connor, and they're like, "Oh, Bat Prince, you were doing it as well." I'm like, "No, I was like the rally car driver in the other chair. I was calling the shots."
It's funny because that actually inspired him, and he did a Drunk 101 run a little while ago, but he did a tag team one instead.
Yeah, he did tag team.
Where he actually had two of his friends come to his house.
Yeah, and they swapped, so he wasn't doing the Drunk 101. They
tag teamed. They got wasted though.
I know they got wasted, but still, that's 3 brains.
They're younger than us.
I guess. But I don't know. I just like the idea of it was all you, but I was reading the like turn left, turn right.
That did help a lot. Yes, you have to. We will one day be there to party.
31592.
I mean, basically, like if Dogecoin does like incredibly well at any time in the next 10 years, to where like $25
Isn't it
becomes
already?
multiple. It's already my investment is like more than 4 times what we put in.
Elaine has made $2,000.
I haven't been swapping it though. I'm just holding it. I'm holding it. But if in 10 years, anytime in the next like however long, it just explodes to like ridiculous levels, then yeah, that's a trip to the States guaranteed.
Yeah, well, Poots is zooming in for some quilts soon, right?
Yeah. When are we going to do quilts, Poots? When do you want to zoom in for an episode?
Or do you want to come here and then do quilts?
Yeah, just show up.
Kentish branch,
knock on the door.
part of which is still very much in business.
Hello?
The Kentney-Sussex Light Railway.
Take time,
Was
Daddy. The
opened
door is
between
unlocked.
1903 and 1905.
You don't have to
Ran
knock,
from
just walk in.
Robertsbridge
Yeah, you could have
on the
told
main
the
line
postman
from
then.
London to Hastings. The Headcorn and the
Postman's scared of the
southeastern
dogs.
line between Tunbridge and
I would be too. Look at him.
The Kentney-Sussex
Chill
was
his
operated
balls.
as a
Chill
light
what's
railway
left.
under the
Where
provisions
are
of
my
the
balls,
Railways
Pete?
Act 1896.
Well, to be fair, it's not
It
my
came to be run
fault.
by
Chester's
W.H.
is my
Austin,
fault, but yours is
successor
not
to the
my
famous
fault.
Colonel Stevens, who managed a nondescript
Archie's been
collection
around
of
since
light
before I
railways from
have.
an office in Tunbridge.
Yeah.
He's been here
The
longer than
line
me.
survived
His
to
mum
become
worked
part of
Italian,
British Railways
so
in
he's asking
1948.
you.
Oh,
This
they're
very
gone.
rare
Nice snip, mate.
9.5mm film was taken by Jim Joyce in 1952.
Jim Joyce?
What are you
shortly
nervous
before the
about,
line's
dude?
closure in January 1954.
You just have some drinkies. You don't even have to say anything.
No.
Do you remember Napostrophe being on the episode?
That was three.
He just chilled. He just chilled and hung out, and it was like the best episode we've ever done.
I enjoyed that a lot, especially that
It is
he
my
stuck around.
favorite.
I really like that he stuck
Train
around for
from
the Australian
Headcorn
wrestling
arrives
as well.
back at
Yeah,
he
he
knew more about it than
The
you
only
or I.
station
He
on
knew
the
so
Headcorn
much.
station that had a passing loop and a second platform.
Jim Joyce, author of Ulysses.
Ulysses.
Through the trees and hedgerows.
Wait, wasn't Ulysses like
A trial.
Yeah, it was a trial.
Fibrillation. This referee beating.
Leaving
Yeah.
High
The
Holden Road.
referee just got
Leave the
annihilated, dude.
Yeah, but we saw the practice match where they beat up the referee.
No, it's a stage. It's still real to me, damn it.
Passing St. Michael's
You get
Park.
just get some drinkies.
Oh.
Poots, if we have to do an episode
Now
on a
arrive at
non-OTT day for you to be
Year
on,
1, 31070,
like do a bonus episode
Council
just
Stop.
so that you can
This
appear,
is the only known
I'm happy to
footage
do that.
of Rolvin and
With
Steamship,
quilting or
with
with like
ex-Kentney
something
Sussex number
Something we can
37,
actually play along with.
32670 on shed.
What?
Behind we can see the station.
I can't quilt.
You can.
Note the
I don't need
gate.
to fucking quilt. You kidding me?
The O1
I can teach you how to thread a needle. And the rest of it's
Yeah, and then
pretty
I'm
much
gonna
the
get
same.
like this done, and the whole show maybe.
It's alright.
No, like stamping.
It's not
I thought
about
we
how much you do.
I thought we were gonna do like sponging or something.
It's not about how long
We were gonna do Crazy Happy Lady. That's what we
London
wanted Poots to
South
see.
Western
Remember?
Oh, because I had that
SR
stack of
break
quilting
van
ones as
ascends
well. No,
Tenton
no,
Bank
we'll do the
towards
stamping.
St. Mildred's
She wanted
It would
the
have to be a
stamping.
weekend. That's fine.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you've got a free weekend, Poots, just let us know.
Yeah, we'll do an
Tenton
obscure
Town
tape
Station,
time
a
special.
unique view
I mean,
showing the
because
station,
honestly, the
its
Happy
second
Stampy Lady
platform,
thing has been done to
three-arm
death to the
signal,
point where she
and the
won't
water
talk to
tank.
anybody because
Later,
people
same
annoyed
day,
her
number
until
3,
she doesn't want to talk to anybody
32670,
anymore because she's
couples
weird.
up to a
And,
birdcage break at Tenton
they've done
Town
her on
Station
obscure
for a
tape time.
trip
I
to
think they
Roxbridge
covered her on
Junction.
Red Letter Media.
Red Letter Meet's probably done her. Yeah, found footage. They've done her. They've done. She's been.
Did I say? Did I say?
You said us. You said
I've tried to come.
We haven't. We haven't.
We haven't done it yet, but we've got two of her videos.
Crazy Happy
A number of
Lady
enthusiast
is
specials,
brilliant,
annual
Poots.
hop
Like
pickers
you are
trades
going
around
to
during
love
that
her.
period.
She's one of those people where you know how in some of these shows they're like, "Wow, that's really exciting." Well, she's actually like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, no,
I love it, and she's not even fake about
for real.
it. She
She's
loves
so
it.
excited about her like
This train was
sponging and stuff.
organised
Where
by the
she's just
locomotive
like she makes a
club
pattern. She's like, look,
toured the line in 1961.
she's the best.
Rank with 32670
She should be everybody's spirit animal just because she is so enthusiastic about.
But unfortunately, the wrong
her
people
passions.
got onto her thing,
Scene
and
that
they
would not be
messaged
tolerated
her
today,
about it, and
enthusiasts
she.
encroaching on the track.
Yes, that's the plan, right, Poots? Is we're going to do the arts and show off our
So
art.
I guess that should be after you move.
It'll be
because
after
once,
the move, for
Once
sure.
you've already got the exercise tape area
The train
set up, we
returns
could
to Rolvin
put up
for the
a
last
fold-out
time.
table to do
Note the desolation
crafts on
compared
that in
with
that
earlier
exercise
scenes.
area.
Yeah.
They've already got that set up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. Is we're going to do that.
Well,
as
maybe
next
we
week. We're
can-
going to play along at home with
We
her.
can do a double
Green
special
Rock.
where we do
With
a
a train
stamp
of
video
X-London
and an
and
exercise
Southwestern
video. At the end of the
six-wheel
stamp
stop.
video, we just kick over the table
The
and
loco
start
running as an
exercising.
042 saddle tank charges across the ungated level crossing. So typical of a Colonel
I'll
Stevens
bring
rural light
the
railway.
kill sheet. The plastic. We'll plastic up the room. The wife can come home and be like, "Did you kill somebody?" There's
Yes.
blood everywhere.
Note the fashionable ladies' hats
Sure.
of the
Note
period,
the fashionable
seen when
ladies'
the train
hats.
has returned
Found
to
it.
Radium.
I found it, Pete.
Despite the worst
Found it.
efforts of
I found it.
officialdom and the long series of legal
Uh-oh.
battles, part of the line reopened in June
My
1974.
quote for the Sunday
Ah.
show. Note the fashionable ladies' hats.
Yeah, we have the gear all ready to go. We have the intro all done. We are ready. We just need to wait till the move happens. Oh, it broke the ribbon. The line's officially open, everybody.
Yeah? Did you see the fashionable ladies' hats?
Yeah.
Oh, Pooch, you haven't seen the intro? Oh, we played the intro in one of the cinema time things.
1901 to
I might have done it again.
Oh yeah, you're gonna...
Southern Railway engine.
I'll play it after.
Yeah, it's like a trailer for like upcoming shows. Like we're kind of
mere weeks away from being able to start. What are we? 1, 2,
about
3 to 4 weeks away from starting. It's about a month away.
For future
So if
generations.
I can find where I rendered the file too.
Let us hope that they
Play a
continue to
trailer.
succeed
Why
in
not?
this important
I
task,
keep telling you to
both
play
now and
trailers,
in the
man.
future.
Stop it. Stop whinging.
I'm trying to figure out where to
Filmed
put
on
it.
the
Yeah, you don't have
21st
to do that by
anniversary of the
whinging.
line's
Come on.
No, I have
That's
to
not
wait because I
healthy.
don't know where the
This
fuck
is
I
kind
put
of
it.
like you're biting the tongue to make the brain work, because you have to make noises, right?
I also stick my tongue out when I think.
Intro? Trailer. It's the trailer to the exercise show. We've made a trailer. We'll show it to you after this video is done. Which is happening
I've
in
got like 7 minutes to find where I saved this video.
7 minutes. I'm going to pee first because I'd rather watch the trailer than trains.
Okay, go do that.
Haha! Oh, but the ads. Don't take my seat.
Maybe I put it on the desktop. I actually do not remember where I saved it. Oh wait, here we go. Is it this one? Yeah, found it. It's not perfect. I probably will re-edit this, but oh man. No, I'm gonna re-edit it in my better software so it's a little bit less jolty. This is Archie, Ryan. Chester is somewhere on the bed, so we have 2 puppies. Chester disappears. He gets excited, then he disappears. But now, Archie's here. Say hello. 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 Mwah. Archie's a cuddly boy. Oh, here comes Chester. I hear him. Oh, puppy. Oh, puppy. Oh, hi, Chester. Oh, hi. Hi, puppy. Kiss. Mwah, thank you. Haha, I paused it.
What did you say? I don't mind.
Just because that's what you do to me all the time.
Yeah, I love it. I'm not trying to get out of here.
Wait to the end.
Rewind
If you have
it.
enjoyed this program, look out
cool.
for the previous 3
We can get to see the next ones. Quick, rewind a little. I'm cool with it. Oh wow, I peed right at the end. Nice.
Yeah, as in I paused it just as you were walking out the room as soon as you went out the door.
So good. No, I want that. I do. What's he gonna do? He's gonna fist bump someone?
No!
What is that? What was that? I don't know enough about trains to know what that is.
Maybe it's similar to how like they do those like relay races.
It's headphones. It's really big headphones.
Really big headphones.
It's a horse fiddle. I don't know what it is. Do we get ads? I hope we get ads. Really? Is that nice?
If you have enjoyed this program, look out for the previous 3 volumes in our British Railways series.
I did actually enjoy the trains.
I mean, I enjoyed
These all
the
deal with
visuals and
aspects
stuff,
of
but
the
it very
Waterloo
is
Sunset looks
a
at the
background
last years of
video
steam
as
on the
opposed
lines
to
from
the
Waterloo
ones
to
that we watched.
Salisbury,
It's a
Bournemouth
proper
and
mixtape
Weymouth,
right
made
now.
between 1957 and 1967. British Railways Volume 2, Rails in the Isle of
Volume
Wight.
2?
Telephone-
Volume
He
2.
totally said volume 2.
He said volume, right?
We need that. We need to hear
Alright.
volume again.
Alright, listen up, listen up. Does he say volume 2?
Yeah, he does.
These all deal with aspects of the Southern. Waterloo Sunset looks at the last years of steam on the lines from Waterloo to Salisbury, Bournemouth and Weymouth, made between 1957 and 1967. British Railways Volume 2.
It's like a Volume 2. A volume.
All-colour programme, which
Volume
offers rare
2.
colour footage of the lines to Bembridge.
Welcome back, Zen.
Island route
You're just in
of
time,
Sandown to
because we're about to show
Newport
the
and branch to
preview for our spin-off show.
all of which closed
Which
in
will
the
happen in
1950s,
3 weeks.
as well as
About a
the
month
routes
or
from
so.
Ryde
About
to
a month.
Cowes and Ventnor. The
Can't
island's
find it.
new tube trains
Oh,
are
headphones.
also covered. Also a new archive video release by Midland Publishing. Bewdley to Blaenau, BR Volume 4, covering lines from Bewdley and Mid-Wales as far north as the Great Western Blaenau Festiniog branch, and also featuring the LNWR Central Wales line from Swansea to Shrewsbury. Rare vintage 1950s and 1960s steam and early diesel railcar footage over the Severn Valley line, including the famous Great Western AEC diesel railcars in early BR colours. This video is available now at $14.99. All our videos in both the British and Irish
We have
Railway
to go back
series
in
offer
time to
pure
get it?
archive material, carefully
Bugger.
transferred to video. They
We
are
have a time
devoid
machine,
of
do you?
padding and contemporary footage. Recent titles from Midland Publishing include Severn Valley Locomotives, As They Were, the first
As
book
They
in
Were.
a new pictorial series which deals with the pre-preservation
Oh,
careers
Beerus.
of the locos which have now found sanctuary on Britain's steam railway.
You don't want to
This
mess with him.
84-page paperback
Don't you know he's Nico?
$8.99 offers 160 black and white and 6 colour photographs of the locomotives, both steam and diesel, which can be seen today on the Severn Valley Railway. British Locomotive Builders Plates is the first ever reference book on this fascinating subject.
Fascinating.
The locomotive's birth certificate, now highly collectible.
What?
What?
And still affordable. The book contains over 700 illustrations of builders' plates and covers all manufacturers, both private firms and railway company workshops. A brief history of each builder concerned is also given. The book is a hardback costing $12.99.
Is that it?
To celebrate the centenary of the
Alright,
Snaefell
that's
Mountain
cheap.
Railway,
The what? The
Midland have
centenary?
published Barry Edwards' concise
Centenary.
pictorial history of this unique
100
Manx line,
years.
with over 60 black and white and 7 colour photographs spanning the first 100 years of the line's existence. This paperback costs $4.99.
I've got the birth
Look out
certificate
for
right here to
Edward
prove
Farrell's
it.
book, Class 20s in
Checkmate,
colour.
atheists.
72 pages of colour photographs of these popular and durable English electric Type 1s, some of which are still going strong nearly 40 years after the class was introduced.
English
The
electric.
pictures span the period from the 1950s to
most
the
interesting bit of
1990s
this.
and portray
Videos.
the many liveries
The
these
ad for more
locomotives have carried
videos.
in their
Yeah.
long careers.
I don't want
For
any of
probably
them,
the
I
most
swear.
comprehensive
Cut
selection
off!
of railway books and
what?
videos to
Oh,
be
there's actually-
found
no.
under one roof.
Hang on, I thought there was a heading
Contact
top
Midland
left.
County's
Why,
Publications.
why did they
Unit
film it
3,
that way?
They just completely missed the mark here, didn't they?
10 1YF.
Oh,
Phone
by the way, we can't
014
ring those,
55
those numbers because I can't
233
ring
They're international.
international yet.
01455
I feel like they're probably still up,
841 805.
What's the thing about last week's one is those retirement ones, the numbers were still up, just nobody freaking answered. Every single time I've ever tried to ring.
I want to be here for the minute of our intro things, but I'm actually going to go pee real quick.
Okay, so you're gonna pee.
I'm going to pee.
And then we have to ask everybody if they're ready. Because I don't want to show the trailer if they're not ready. Right? Right! Hey, Pop. Oh, yeah. The video is still playing though. This blackness is part of the actual video. Toots is ready. You gotta hurry up and pee, Pete. I wish I had queued up more than one ad break. Oh, there we go. We got the snow. Love the snow. It's like telling us it's the end of the video and it's okay to stop watching now. Although sometimes, if you wait, things appear under the snow. Things you're not meant to see. If you really focus. Like, I see a schooner.
What are we talking about?
Now I can see a schooner in the snow.
A schooner?
Yeah. That's not a schooner, you idiot. That's a sailboat.
I'm going to say, that's not a schooner, that's a pint. All right, so
everybody's ready. We've got some.
are we?
Some...
Y'all want to see the?
Yes, I'm making a Mallrats reference. Thank you, Ryan. You sneezing? You sneezing?
All right.
All right. Now I have to look in a different direction. Oh, you put it in front of the TV.
Yeah, I'll move it back.
There we go. Now you gotta actually make it fit as well, and on the fly. What do you call it?
Okay, I need to edit some more stuff real quick. No, just because like there is actually a thing you have to do. That one. No. That one. There it is.
Are you gonna leave it with the fuzzies? The fuzzies are cool.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
So we haven't got a specific date set for when this is gonna premiere.
But you kind of want to do it Mondays, yeah?
Mondays is going to be the day of the week where we do it. So Sunday for those in the United States.
Sunday night.
This, yes, we used your emote there, Poots.
Hell yeah!
Because I love that thing so much.
Why not?
I still can't thank you enough.
Tattooed.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't afford a tattoo, but if I could, that is what I would get tattooed.
On your tramp stamp.
Maybe actually, no, probably, maybe on my heart. You know, where it belongs.
Aww.
Aww. So this show, we don't know when it's going to debut yet. We have to talk about specifically when we're going to do it. Oh.
We got blue now.
I don't now.
Mind. The blue's good.
Blue's fine. Oh, it's rewinding.
Of course it's rewinding. Oh,
we get the auto rewind. So, here is the saving the idea. Here is the attempted intro. Oh wait, can I move it down even further?
What?
So that the OTT thing's not cut off.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
In fact, I might move it up to the top so OTT can be over the top of it.
Okay, cool.
Because, you know,
just in case someone tries to steal our work.
Just in case someone decides that it's. All right, so here it is. You ready?
No.
No, don't. Prepare to put something in your eyes, whether that be lemon juice, pepper spray.
You gotta clean them after it.
Something painful. You're gonna need some bleach, perhaps.
You are hyping this so up, and I love it.
So here we go.
Press it.
I should also add we don't actually have a title for this yet.
Yeah, you do. It's called the Obscure Tape Time Workout Challenge.
Okay, that's what we're calling it. Did I already call it that?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, here is the thing. I might mute the mic for the duration. No, hang on. We'll talk over the top. We'll talk over the top.
You can just put it on repeat.
Enjoy, friends. That's loud. How fat I am, dude. That's why we have a workout challenge, right?
That's right. That's the whole point. Look at my leggings. Love my leggings. What are you laughing at?
How fat I am.
I'm laughing at my leggings. You know why?
He's wearing them right now. Look at these birdies in the background. Oh, there we go, we're going back the other way. Oh yeah, I did call it that. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see that actually needs a bit of work.
Whose grave was that? Actually, go back to it. Go back.
Oh yeah, honestly, we can. Where's the grave one?
The grave was actually, it says Durnley on it, which is
my last name, which means it's my family. Was it the end? Was it?
What's it called when we call this sort of stuff out on stream?
We can probably zoom in on it.
Paxson or whatever. It does. It says Durnley.
That's my last name, so it's a family member who I do not know.
Don't call the cops and offer raids on our house, but
zoom in on my ass right there.
I like the little hole.
Why is there a fucking flap there, dude?
So you can poop.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, Pete thought it was hilarious. Actually, I went back there to do that goth poetry thing, and I found one that said Robert Smith, and that's what I was sitting on. I was sitting on Robert Smith's grave. I'm like, Robert Smith isn't dead.
He is now.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah,
we did work out at a graveyard because we wanted an intro for the new show. So basically, we showed that clip, and it doesn't actually explain.
It gives you
what
no
we're gonna
context.
do. There's no context. So what we're gonna do is we have in our collection of VHS one of the biggest stacks, and when I say biggest, we've got 2 to 3 times as many.
20% at least.
2 to 3 times as many of these videos than any others are workout videos, and not only are they 2 to 3 more times the actual video, they're 2 to 3 times the length as well. They go for ages.
They don't stop.
So instead of making you guys sit through them unknowingly as a part of this show,
and just having to have like 7 or 8 well, it would have to basically, to fit them in, we would have to do about 2 to 3 per month. Episodes to space it out.
Yeah.
And we just thought, fuck that. Why not just... And I brought it up. This was my idea, actually. Why not just do a spin-off show?
So we're doing a spin-off show where we watch them, and then
we watch them, but we do the workout along with the tape.
Yeah, why not? Why can't just sit here getting drunk watching people walk for that long? Well, we can, but
But we can get drunk and do workouts.
It would be
instead.
more interesting if we were doing the steps that they were saying. And it would be funny when we fall over and we laugh and we're like, oh, I can't do that way. So we've got some really interesting things queued up. We've got our Sher's workout.
Yeah, Sher's workouts. Probably we're going to start with Sher.
We've got a Jerry Hallowell one, which is interesting.
That's interesting.
The Denise William ones, there's like a million of, but a couple of them are like boot scooting country.
We're definitely doing some boot scooting.
There's some pregnant workouts. We have one that you work out to the Word of God, a Christian workout. I've got a whole bunch of Tai Chi stuff and
Tai Chi's gonna be fun.
And all of these other workout ones. We've got a learn how to belly dance workout. So we're gonna strut our hips and stuff.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. All sorts.
I have quite the belly, so if I teach that how to dance, it's gonna move.
So yeah, we've who was the guy? What's his name? Richard Simmons. We've got a bunch of Richard Simmons ones. They're a dime a dozen. He did a million of them. Something called walk aerobics, which was really big in the 80s, where you just you pretend like you're walking, but you don't go for a walk. You don't go anywhere, right? We got a bunch that we can't do on that show because they need specific equipment. Yeah, and those ones will come to this show.
Yeah, the ones that we physically cannot do due to lack of equipment.
They'll come to this show because we can just laugh at them doing crunches on these ab rollers. But
while we sit down and just drink beer. So I mean,
what else is there in there? There's so much stuff. Oh, of course, Jazzercise.
Jazzercise is going to be amazing.
Jazzercise. She actually. Well, it's funny that we only started doing this show at the end of last year, but she, the Jazzercise girl, actually came to Australia and did a tour the end of last year before we started our show. We could have gone to see her live and filmed us doing it live and said, so we're going to do Jazzercise, but before we see that, let's watch a little clip of us doing it live. We could have done that, but we didn't, unfortunately.
She'll be back.
Maybe not. She's kind of
She's old, right? Yeah.
It's kind of real old.
But she's in good health, right?
Yeah. I mean, apparently drinking your own pee is in good health, but whatever.
Well, that's why I'm going to die early. I drink a beer.
You're in good health. Yeah, so we got
beer's the only piss I drink.
Ozzercise.
Ozzercise, is it?
Or is it Ozrobics? One of the two. We got Australia.
I might have both,
specifically,
honestly.
We probably do. I know that I got one of them that when we collected 10 years ago, we got, I think it's Ozrobics, and we got part 2. And then recently, I got a whole bunch of tapes off that lady who gave us the ballroom dancing tape.
Yeah.
And one of those was Ozrobics Part 1. And then recently, I bought $60 worth of aerobics tapes off eBay. Big pile of them, too. And it had the original Ozrobics Part 1, so I didn't need the one that she gave me because it was a copy of like she had recorded it off or recorded it off. Yeah. We've got
a lot of tapes.
Oh boy. Yeah. I'll have to keep looking for the crappiest ones, that's for sure.
Or just the funny ones. Just all the fun stuff.
That's what I mean.
Although boring ones are pretty funny too, in that we have to do a boring fucking workout for 2 hours and see how we go.
I think with aerobics, it's not going to matter when they're boring because we have to get up and do stuff. We're going to have to
walk aerobics is not going to be fun. It's going to be the most boring fucking menial shit we've ever done.
Maybe we can do a thing where...
It's all fucking legs after it.
Maybe we can do a thing where one of us stays here and the other of us zooms in with the camera while they like run around the block going, "This is easier than watching a frickin' VHS tape. Look at me go, woo!"
Well, you know, if you Discord in, you can see it as well and walk along to the beat.
Oh, we could offer like for people to also exercise with us if they want.
We can offer that. Anyway, we've dragged this out for ages.
Have we? Have we gone over 2 hours? Because that's what we go for. Oh, Jesus Christ! End the episode.
So, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah,
It's been a great time.
Enjoyed the choo-choos.
They were some great trains.
Yeah.
And
I've lost my train of thought.
Choo-choo.
Look
true.
Choo-choo-true. Look at all those fashionable ladies' hats.
Hey, Megas Guido. Way to show up at the end.
Yeah. God damn it.
Alright. Night, everybody. Thanks for being here. This has been a great episode. See you next week for... What was it again? It was...
we're doing...
Edutainment. Edutainment. Thanks to a request.
By Ryan.
Ryan as Retro has requested that, so we'll do that. And then, yeah. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for the raid. Blake, thanks for the sub. Blake, thanks for the sub. Milsheen.
Happy bouncing.
Happy bouncing. And true.